We up.
Up.
Titans is here. Yeah, man. Good evening. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. You know, so we talk to the world. A worldwide, you know. I want to think a worldwide. So what we talk, we talk to the world. Yes, man. The Titans are here. Yeah.
All right.
Titans is here. Yeah, man. I remember tonight, well at, you know. Well at. And we're going to start from morals. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but we're going to start the show. We have to start the show first, and then, you know, the Prime Minister the other day talk about some morals, you know, Byron.
Yes.
Like, him talk about morals, and when you talk about morals, you know, we want people to stand up.
Exactly.
No matter if I can tell you for wanting to stand up, I'm going to start the show now. Start the show. Yeah. But act, hey people, I'm going to tell you this. This just started tonight, today. The last night, you know, I see the show without no see right man go. It a render now. So when I see right, but well, when I see up on the cover. When I have to ask, when I see up on the cover. So when I see the right man go, yes. Now the ball, yes. She did that too, you know. But she a render, you know, the show have to go on, they still have to play with him. Yes. Because when I see up on the cover, don't it? Titans, real Titans. Female Titans. They are saying rough. Yes, man. Yes, brothers. So we could start it because we have nothing where we're going to feel and honest. I talk to you. Remember, you know, when we just have some of the things then, I hear me talk, like the name and description. So it's up to you to come and say something else. Yes? Remember, you can't deny we, you know, no tabloid around here. None.
Definitely.
Yes. So let's see the thing with it. Rhoda Crawford, when they try to do a cover up and them go for Big Mama and them think they might do something good. It only just show you how them live, you know. Yes, and the lies and deceit and everything, you know. Yes. You see it, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Me have a million things to talk about that, you know. I may give some people some things this morning. But remember, I always leave some in reserve. I just give them some other things and I drop it out. I'm more player. More player in this. I put here what she say. And then I drop out some other things.
Yes.
Juliet, I know you might know this, but if you don't know it, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you if I'm going to win, I want to go to Vale Royal because you want to live up at one house. You know? So me know, said Juliet used to exercise. Don't have Vale Royal.
All right.
And time like 6:30 to 7, 6:30 to 7. And after when them just win. And then after time she stop. But her husband take a turn in a warehouse. A night. But maybe she never know. And by the way, I know one woman go there and like half night. And the woman that drive the black BMW go there too. Yeah, man. And them thing there. So I get some more description. I never call some little name for you, but you know what? You know, I go around some name, but me push out some name, make you know so we know where you're at, you know. So we know you exercise. She exercise down there and everything. You understand? And then she stop. At that time, she stop. But, you know, Holness take down there and turn a good pen too. Yes. Yes. You take down there and turn a good pen. So it's frightening when you see, you know, them take her over Big Mama and you know, try to twist something and them thing there. Remember the same Prime Minister they say for all them accountable and no morals. You know? Exactly. Him said the opposition need, you know, moral, you know. No moral, you know. In talk about, we matter about the opposition leader and you one foot in and the moral of this and that and morals. Morals. That's what you call this, man. You feel lead by example, brother.
True.
And the opposition the opposition leader never did a break nothing at all, brother. He now break the law, the constitution, and not do nothing wrong. He might live within the constitution and the law. And them take it to another big thing. And I can't believe sensible people run out with it. Even Big Mama can't come back. And Big Mama does come make it worse. Yes? I'm going to run down. You want me to run down before we got my player? You know why you run down?
Yes, man. Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Hear this now. Hear this. So, in a Anjo, in a them earlier days when them does win, right? Bill Royal, the wife, Juliet, she'd have her 2 security details. So she go down there like you do your exercise. You know that exercise there? Yes. So she go down there, she go exercise. In the early morning. Right? And after time, she stop. She stop. And you know, stop and she uses that Ramboat pen. Bill Royal. Let me get a little run up on Bill Royal too. Because Bill Royal the gate of Bill Royal, is heavy. But them have to open it by hand. That's the details them go down there. Because you know it have security details, it have police down there, right? So them they have to open it. So after time now, them put the electric arm on it with electric, so you use remote and open it. See? Remember me attack all down the stay now, you know. Remember me not come over here, right? Don't go try to show you me the win. Now himself have a remote, but can't open it. But the police, when him come there, the police them open it. And by the way, Andrew, to me tell about the SUV Subaru, the one that where you drive. And it alone, you drive other vehicle. Yes. And I can't tell you something more, I mash up your head. No. Yeah, you drive other vehicle, go down there. And the young ladies, them, and another one, the young lady there alone come. You have other young lady come to you too. I mean, I tell you what you wear. You know, dress, both meeting. Well, a meeting, yes. And the light always off. 3 hours with a meeting. 3 hours I go forward with a meeting with the light off. Yes. See? And a matter of fact, you have a female who come check it, don't you drive a black BMW? You have some little young doctor come check it too, and some other little thing. I never have even taught these things, I'm going to show you, And let me tell you this, the police them fret fear because you break for the car. Because you see to drive go down there without security details. Yeah? We know, say, them will look over this because you have the service part of it. We know, say, them talk to security details and ground, and they will send other police back up till when they leave. Because what them have to do now, them have to call in and make him know, say, there when them there. Because them have break, because them have protocol way for about him as the Prime Minister.
Yeah, man.
So them have them where the pango have to call them at the top one them and tell them say, well, in there are no security details. Then them send other, and them have to, them have to come and that them know them patrol up and everything. Because him alone is supposed to chop. So even put that security threat thing depend, you understand, to just turn the place in a goat pen.
Wow.
You hear me tell them all these things? You hear me tell them how to get him have a remote?
Yeah.
See? Wow. And not under that. Let me give him something now. Where him know, where me and you know, and other people that and the police, them where them know.
Yeah.
Let me give you something with them know too. You see, because Carol, the cool the helper went up on the house, them says they chat too much. And them say I don't have a royal. You see when she had to do the clothes them, because she have to press, make the clothes them right and do the clothes. And I don't let she have to do it from. I don't know who used to go carry the clothes them, come down there and pick them up and carry them or anything else. One of them was named Dixon. Let me just give him one of them name. See? Dixon are the man where, and then you have the other one who drive the blue like a dark blue, like a Nissan, like a SUV to with government plate on it. Him and Dixon, them two there. So them that come pick up the clothes, cat up a Beverly Hills, anything to do with the yard, them do it. Dixon and that one. You may give some personal thing.
Yeah.
I carry everything from up at the yard, Everything from up at the yard. See? So, Dixon I want them to drive and carry the thing. I didn't want to cover up there. No. She was one of the help away. Them said she not keep her mouth, so them send her down a veil where I am. Remember after that time in the evening, she have to go home. So at night, it turned goat pen.
Wow.
Ram goat and she goat and
Right.
so in the night, them turn it in a goat pen. Yeah. So Dixon deal with that driving thing, the him and the other one. They drive, they understand, so two of them that come deal with that, they close them. Can come and have to start out the thing them same way, you know. So at Dixon and then that brethren, they deal with that. See? So when Andrew got available at night, me know say, he may just go tell the security them in the power, the police them, you know, got them security thing. They say, yeah, he have a meeting. And, you know, a young filly come. No light, not turn on. Because the meeting, and when I come there in a t-shirt, shorts, meeting. Him alone drive, him alone. 3 hours, all after 3 hours, no light. Remember, I mean, you know, remember.
So I say, Wayne, is Delroy Williams twin brother?
I'm train Delroy Williams.
Okay.
Can we play the Delroy Williams? Don't you talk about, yes. See, them kind of pattern in life for them living, I know, little bit of thing. You understand? Yeah. So this is what them do, and when them do this now, you know, then him go up, but maybe, well, Juliet hear this, she know, because I remember me call the name them, you know, and tell them who, you know. Make them come out and say, oh, I never work, she never, no, them can't do that. Because you know, me have the details. So what I do is just shave down some things and give them some to just show them, say,
yes.
You know, we have the eagle and we have the thing lock. No tabloid. See? So I'm continue with that for a long time. For the weekend, much time, him go down there. He work himself, but he maybe start to use the pill. I don't know if he start to use them yet. We soon find out. Yes. You understand? So when him attack, kind of like, no, that's why when him say, baby father, we understand. We understand. And let me tell you this. So him go down there. Cover them send her down there so because I'm out. And him have, you know, him have go down the place. They have very long time. Hear this. Juliet. Them said Juliet come in. And Juliet, he never expect Juliet. But Juliet go back. Who in our master bedroom?
Rhoda.
That's why you don't want certain people around you, you know, because some people get knocked up. Him get a couple of years as to, you know. And same details go part that, you know.
Okay.
Details, and tell details, say, hey, sure, no carry nothing out here, no, not at all. Must touch road. Yes. Can I remember you still have to work with details and remember people more cut cards and everything, and you know, when we had the win, no care what you do, we are gonna know where we're going. So now you might do film thing then. And you can't make it, you can't normalize it. It's same like in England, Hancock. No Hancock,
yeah.
And yes. The fire same time I move, don't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because you have to set example.
Then Wayne, remember if as it relates to Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky.
Yes.
Right. Look how big that was. Right.
Wow.
You're talking about a first world country. I mean, when you look at all of the situation though, big up Kamla, right, Mango?
Greetings, right, Mango?
Hey, night everybody.
Yeah, good night to you as well.
Hello.
Blessed, brother.
Blessed. Man, just a flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, the Titans are here in all our splendid glory. Up, Titans, yeah, man.
So when I look at the situation though, Wayne, I can just imagine how the sort of secret battle that, you know, Mrs. Holness fighting inside, you know, in spite of her, escalated to such position, but it comes with such embarrassment as it relates to, you know, his promiscuous husband, and the level of the level of shame that she has to, you know, undergo on in terms of being in parliament with, you know, of course, an associate of her husband, right? That she going to have consistent eye and eye with. It's an embarrassing situation. Really embarrassing. And if you check in terms of, let us talk about the history in terms of other prime minister, right? This sort of revelation has never attached to any other prime ministers that gone by. So it goes to show you that Andrew Holness is someone that always go beyond the extreme, right? A very indisciplined person. And let us ask a question. If he doesn't have this level of commitment as it relates to his wife, is he going to have that level of commitment to the citizen of Jamaica? And this is why, this is why we have seen the way how Andrew Holness behave. You understand? Really an indisciplined person. He has no regards for law. He has no regards as it relates to his matrimonial duties. He has no regards to nothing. So there is no form of rules and regulation. You understand that this man will adhere to. You know, so I heal back and have some Titan fire speaking up.
Yes. I just want to say, you know, I'm glad that it happened in the era of Donald Trump and his saga. Because this would lend itself to the type of outcome that Jamaicans are looking forward to as it relates to the same circumstance. Because there is no two way that Donald Trump can be convicted of felony and, you know, certain charges relating to having an affair with Stormy as a pornographer, and Andrew Holness taking advantage of a young female who is attached to his party. It's the same. So we just want to see how it will play out, if our judicial system will get involved and do the right thing, because Andrew Holness should be convicted. The abuse of his office is, you know, untenable as it relates to him being the chief civil servant of Jamaica. And the examples.
Sorry, to cut it. That's why they don't want an impeachment. Continue.
Yes.
Yeah. And the example that is setting for fellow members of his party as it relates to other party members like Tough Tongue, Montague, and the list is enormous, you know. Yeah. I don't want to really read them out individually, but those are two main individuals along with Andrew Holness that has been playing this type of role in Jamaican politics, where they go around and they infiltrate female and they use them and abuse them. And when it comes out in the public spheres, they deny it. But one thing that I am amazed at is why Big Mama try, you know, to put all the blame wholly and solely on Rhoda. I think Andrew Holness should have been the one who is interviewed by Big Mama, because he's at the center of the controversy. Not Rhoda. They're only trying to make Rhoda a scapegoat. Because young individual at her age when this affair started, she was naive to a lot of things. And the Prime Minister should have been more focused on the job at hand, which is running the country properly, rather than bribing young female to be a part of his play life. So, as it relates to all the questions being asked by Big Mama, you get it wrong. You should have called in the Prime Minister and questioned the Prime Minister, just as how you question Rhoda. I yield to the other member of the Titan.
Hey, hello. Before me touch a female, you know, that I mash up the place, you know. Hello. Waiting on this, come I touch a female after, you know, right, man, go mash up the place, wicked too, you know. Hello, touch the place.
All right. You know what I say now about the Prime Minister? He was on the campaign trail. And I hear a young lady address him as Big Good Andrew.
What? I didn't hear that one
Very
arrow.
good, Andrew.
Yeah, man. Same so. Same so. That means a
Oh,
lot
that
of
the
people
woman
know
that
what
dance
it
the
look
feel
like.
mood.
Around much of the place.
It mean
Stop out here. It's a prime minister.
a
You know.
whole heap of people know
I
what
have
it look
never
like.
hear another prime minister in Jamaica. Nobody approach them that way. You know.
People
So
have
it
to know
is
if
to
it's a
show
lie.
you the low how this man carry the office. You know. Nobody no respect the office again of the prime minister of Jamaica. You know.
You know.
And then him go out there and say, young man, me no want to no feel no way about this rustic vices for the ladies. It's the prime minister that, you know. But don't remove from the distraction. Because it's all distraction. Because this young lady know that this was a full-fledged relationship that was going on between these two people for a long time. Now, Alfred does come out with a story. Anytime that the PMP come out with a story and it hit home, the Jamaica Labour Party always try to counter with something. You have to watch the playbook and watch what go on. Everybody in Jamaica know about this. So for she come out this time now and the country, we not get distracted. We not change no narrative and change the subject around here. We decide what we are going to talk on, when, where, and how. But as I said, this man, bro, it's a disgrace, brother. The man, let me tell you, he reach a point here now where Andrew Holness, he just need to pack him bag
Yes.
and go, brother. I swear to God, brother. The
Yes,
man can't
definitely.
carry the office no lower, brother.
Too much
Nobody no
time now, man. Too
respect
much
him
time
again.
now.
Nobody no respect him again. And the Jamaica Labour Party, we not switching on. It's using everybody to try to hold them in power. The high police command, they're trying to use the high police command, you know, brother, to change the narrative out there, you know. The
That
police, you know, what's supposed to serve and protect the citizens of Jamaica, you know. No activists for the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. Fish Bailey, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man, yes, Fish Bailey, you me attack, man. Because nobody have no respect for no again, you know, brother. We not nice up and this up and call on nothing, brother. We see what the whole on they do, brother. The whole on are trying to get the Jamaica Labour Party, the people to elect them again. So uno coming out with space now, brother. And they try to use everything to distract with people. Fitz Bailey find bone. Bone Fitz Bailey find. I mean, know when time you find bone, it take you a while, months, to put the teeth them together, to put the eye them together, to put the lips them together, to put this together, to come to a agreement. And in less than like a day, Fitz Bailey know how. And yet still Fitz Bailey can't find the person what Andrew Holness then sent to go burn down the garden house. And in the pan camera. But you can't go find bone. And tell we are who. Yo, I just say reach, brother. Turn over to the beautiful. Come on, brother.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Yo.
How are you doing? Boy, you have a right for left me till last. I don't know, man, but you see, I can't understand on a righteous indignation over anything JLP doing. Why are you all surprised about these things that the JLP carry on with? The JLP is behaving true to form.
True.
But let us talk about Miss Rhoda's situation now. First and foremost, this is one instance in which I cannot blame Cliff Hughes, because the lady called Cliff to talk about the road them in our constituency and the flooding of the road. The conversation went to zero, from 0 to 100 in 30 seconds, because she moved from talking about road to talking about our love life or lack thereof. And Cliff, you never see Cliff picture them, oh, him look stunted.
Yes.
The man is like the man I said, Lord G, why this woman won't shut her blasted mouth? She was just sharing and oversharing and sharing, and she looked like she didn't have a woolly to get up off her chest. You know, but I have a theory, I have a theory. I think Rhoda is setting the stage to exit representational politics. I feel so. No, yes. I feel so she's looking for an excuse. No, I sat down and I listened to what Rhoda said. I analyzed what Rhoda said and I listened again. Rhoda came on and tried to intimate that the PNP is responsible for the rumor. However, because she said that is some PNP representatives see her high belly and assume say she pregnant when is fibers she have, right? From Rhoda say fibers instead of fibroids. I know Rhoda never go no doctor. Rhoda said she go gym and the gym instructor tell her says goodly fibers she have.
So gym instructor is
the gym instructor diagnose her.
That is my
right. And further on, Cliff no. Not realizing the mess him getting himself in to make the situation worse. Blurt out, oh, so you do surgery to remove the fibroids. And Rhoda said no, she never do no surgery. She just use remedies and get rid of the fibers. Okay? I said, all right. So we put that one aside because her fibers got shrunk and she never do surgery to take it out because she said the people then say she's pregnant and she do abortion, but she said no, she do remedies and get rid of her fibers. That is number one. Number two, no. Rhoda said that even though the PNP see her and say, boy, it look like she pregnant. If I see a woman with a big belly that I know normally have a small belly, I'm going to say, oh, how far you reach? Congratulations. That is normal. If I mean at the end, the person say, boy, no, I'm not pregnant, or whatever. You apologize for the mistake. You understand? Yeah. Did Rhoda say to this person that, oh, I am not pregnant? That is the question I want to ask. Because if you are not pregnant, you're going to look at the person and say, no, I am not pregnant. If somebody look at you and say, wait, it look like Rhoda pregnant, man. You're going, you're not pregnant and you're going to walk away without saying a word?
No, you have to say you're not pregnant.
No, you're
going to say, no, I'm not. I'm going to say,
she should have responded. She should have responded, to that person question.
Simple.
Yeah, she should have.
Simple. You would look at the person and say, no, I'm not pregnant. I have an issue. Argument done. Me have a cousin where her belly big like she pregnant with fibroids too. And every time somebody assumes she's pregnant, she understand because she look pregnant. She simply said, no, I'm not pregnant. I have an issue. Argument done. That is number two. Rhoda Moy said that the rumors about her and the Prime Minister being involved started back in 2013 when she was new to the G2K, and it was, no, she never given a year. She said the rumor started when she was new to the G2K and there was a leadership challenge to the Prime Minister. So by logical deduction, we know so that was 2013 because that is when Audley Shaw challenged Andrew and nobody else don't challenge Andrew. But 2013. But me have a question now. Who the hell did know Rhoda make Moy Crawford in 2013 except for the GLP then? When did the rest of Jamaica know about Rhoda Moy Crawford? Not 2020 when she run. Nobody knew who she was before that. Yeah. And when Rhoda was running, when she burst onto the national scene, the rumor at that time was that Andrew bring him woman in to run.
Okay.
We never say so. Them say so. So make we ask this now. We don't know this girl from Adam. And we just going automatically assume that she is Andrew girl. Oh, she's not the only young woman to come about in the GLP and run in a seat. A young unmarried woman. You have other young unmarried women in the GLP too who have seat. What about Crystal Lee? What about Tova Hamilton? We don't know anything about these women.
Why film them not call?
Yes.
Exactly. But when Rhoda Moy run, the people them say she is Andrew woman. I know we say so. I them say so. So Rhoda Moy give away herself, you know. Cause you must blame comrade. Because the comrade never said she pregnant for Andrew. She said the comrade said she pregnant. So who start the rumor say she there with Andrew? If she never there with Andrew. That is number 3 now. Here my number 4 now. Why would Juliet Holness be cold towards Rhoda Moy based on rumors? Me in a politics. Them give me to enough PNP, man. Enough. Every minute I hear who me there with and who. Some of these men are married. Their wives don't treat me anyway because they know that it is not true. And them know say me have my good up husband. So I'm not looking at nobody else. So I am saying this now. If Rhoda have her good up man and people know say she have her good up man, why would Mrs. Holness treat her anyway based on rumors? One time them give me to Michael Phillips, you know. But me and Michael friend at that him wife at that time, we know at the time know each other and she knows say I am not interested in him. So we still have a cordial relationship, a good relationship, whatever. Because everybody knows say not a thing could have go sucker me happily married and those who supposed to know my husband know my husband. So if Rhoda have a man, why is it that this rumor persists? That is number 5. Why is it that Mrs. Holness is cold towards her and there is no warmth? First and foremost, a woman knows these things. A woman knows these things. A woman can look at her next woman and know when she take her man. Because there is a certain swag to the matey. Them can't help it. Them have a swag to them.
Okay.
Them have a little smirk on them face. Them have to make you know. It's just a woman thing. Them have to make you know. So them a take your man. So them say it without saying it. Juliet Holness
speak loud and word.
Thank you. Juliet may be many things, but she's no fool.
Exactly.
So she, and then aside from that, other people know. And if, for instance, my husband is being accused of being with somebody and I know beyond, it has happened before and I know beyond doubt that nothing don't go so. It happened already. The young lady come to me because she was so mortified and say, Kamala, listen, nothing don't go so I don't know where this rumor start and she and me hug her up and say, me no man, whatever. Why Rhoda never go to Mrs. Holness and say, listen, nothing don't go so, not a thing go so, you good, I would never do that to you. You're my friend, whatever. Why Rhoda never go explain herself? Because if somebody is wrongfully accusing you, you're going to go out of your way to quash the rumors.
Exactly.
She said the rumor started from 2013. No, she said it started when Andrew was running against Audley during the leadership challenge.
2013 that, yes.
And that was 2013, because we know when it happened. So when we could do the maths now, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 27.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, we have to add it up.
Yes,
so it's 11 years. 10
years
fingers
now.
and a bit, 10 fingers and 1 toe. 11 years.
11 years now, she does come out and that.
And 11 years later, she's going to come forward now to address these rumors that were happening for 11 years, and the woman called to you for all that. 11 years later, the woman is not cordial to you and people in the GLP treating you away. No. She's not fooling her.
Yeah,
she is not. She's not fooling her soul. She not tricking her soul. The lady, listen, I never hear one woman stutter so much yet when she try explain. When Cliff come up at one point, and said, okay, you got everything off your chest. You talk it up. Now I have some questions for you. Cliff say, have you ever been, Cliff say, are you involved in any kind of intimate way with the Prime Minister? No, never. Whatever. Next question. So how is the relationship with Mrs. Holness?
Right there, so it's stuttering start.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right there, so it start.
Right, that's
And
what the stuttering.
that should be simple for her to answer. You just
Yeah.
answer in accordance whether it's good or it's bad.
Simple question.
But
Simple answer. Me and the first lady or whatever you want to call her, we're cordial, we're good. We're good, man. We're good.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
But let me tell you why Rhoda was like that. Because she is in an emotional tirade. First of all, she was treating Cliff Hughes as though he was some sort of a therapist. She didn't have a whole to get off of her chest. Somebody do something to her, and she had a lot to get off her chest. Because the lady called to talk about the flooding on Ward Avenue and spent 90 seconds on Ward Avenue and 90 minutes on her love life or lack thereof.
yeah.
So obviously she did not call to talk about Ward Avenue. That was just the front.
That was just a pretext.
That is just because she really called to talk about our love life, our lack thereof. Now, Cliff asks, this is number 6 now. Cliff asks Rhoda if she have a man or a significant other. And she was like, yes, man. And he's very upset about whatever. It's no, first and foremost.
Go get too confident.
I not but hear this now. Me have a husband. And my husband knows that them always putting me with man. But my husband knows where I am. So if them come with them stories and they read the story, he's not going to be perturbed because he knows where I am and he knows. So our story just match up. The match not matching with Rhoda Moy's story at all. So, Rhoda never really helped her situation. She made her situation worse because there are a lot of people who perhaps didn't hear the rumors. But now she has brought the rumors to the mainstream media, and every single media outlet has now carried the story. The story was published by The Gleaner, The Observer, The Star. Those are the print media that it was published by. Now, who don't read Gleaner, read Observer, and who don't read Observer, read Star. And people don't read it in the newspaper like one time. Everything is now online. It depends on Instagram, it depends on TikTok, it depends on Facebook, it depends on Twitter. Who put it out there? Rhoda Moy. She put her business out there. So she's talking about these nasty and heartbreaking rumors. But number 7, because I can go on and on and on. So number 7, no. Rhoda was asked if she ever considered leaving representational politics. Rhoda started to stutter again. Rhoda started to talk about her mother who died suddenly, and her mother's dying wish was for her to serve her term and exit representational politics. Those were her exact words. Rhoda, we see right through you, sweetie pie. You are setting the stage to leave because Andrew get a ultimatum. Is either one or two things.
Andrew, no.
Yes, but man. I am going to give 2 possible scenarios that may have prompted her to her decision or whatever. Number 1, Andrew Holness is trying to sanitize his image. And in trying to, which I probably, he's trying to sanitize his image because he wants to come across as the person who is on the moral high ground, because he said that Mark Golding needs to give up his citizenship, and even if it's not legally a problem, it is morally a problem. And people are saying, but you have your, and people are saying, but you have your wife and your side piece in the parliament, so where you're going with morality?
Exactly.
Your wife and your side piece in the same parliament every day looking at each other. Where are you going with morality? Enough people wondering that. So he cannot say that and be so maybe, and this is just my supposition, I'm looking at the scenarios, maybe Andrew said, boy, mums, we have to go keep it on a low or whatever, because the thing goes, so probably that is it trying to, because remember, this is at least going on for 11 years at least, because she said it was from 2013. That is, listen, it takes 5 years for you. It takes 5 years for you to be recognized as a wife in Jamaica, whether you have a ring or not, So it's 2 wives him have. A 2 wives him have.
So
11 years. 11 years is
yes.
a marriage. It's
Yeah,
a
that
common law
qualify.
marriage that.
Yeah, it qualify as a common law.
So we have to Kamala, Rhoda can claim some of the things them.
Well, according
Yes,
to the Jamaican
legally,
law,
yes.
no, she can't legally,
No,
because
can't
he's
have
still
a-
married. Because he's
Okay,
married, and we
okay.
don't practice. If he were a single man, she would be able to,
Mhm.
because all you have to do is prove that you are cohabiting, and if him stay at her house more than a certain number of times per week, that is considered cohabitation. And if he were not legally married, she would be able to claim. But that is a marriage. That's a second marriage, Mumsy.
Kamala,
Yes.
Kamala, as it relates to like interaction over a 5-year period, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it can be established, then it would give her the right to
No,
access.
because he's legal. Because he's legally married.
Legal married man.
He's legally married, and in Jamaica you can only have one spouse.
Yeah,
so the legally married spouse
Okay.
You want
Okay. In Jamaica.
in Jamaica don't have bigamy.
Well,
All right. So yeah, man, not to stray from the point. So that is one scenario. The next scenario now is mums get the ultimatum now. Say, listen, is either she or me. She have to come out of the parliament. Me and her can't be in the parliament. So you have to make up your mind. And in order, because this man now, is a narcissist. Narcissists only love themselves. Him don't love none of them more than him love himself. So if he's going to make a choice, he's not making a choice out of love. He's making a choice out of pragmatism. How is it going to look if him leave Juliet and openly embrace Rhoda? It'll go look away. So it's better him leave Rhoda.
No. The same man
that is it.
Morality. Okay.
Right. So it's better him leave Rhoda and stick with Juliet because it look better. Right? But the Rhoda thing too out there, so him have to kind of let that go. That is scenario number 2. And all of this now, is suppositions, because we really do not know. We're just putting the various scenarios out there that we can think of. Why Rhoda would have such a meltdown, a public meltdown, on a public radio station, shocking the pants off of Cliff Hughes, right? Now, the next scenario could be that Rhoda Moy had a child for Andrew, and Juliet Holness found out about said child. And that's why Rhoda Moy leaves Jamaica every month and to go wherever that child is. And when the missus found out about the child, all hell pop loose. And Rhoda feels that she have to run for her life. That could be also a scenario. Remember now, I don't know nothing. I'm just putting scenarios out there in the open that we can think about.
Yes.
Because we're asking questions here. Because there was a time when Rhoda Moy was looking very chubby. I mean, people actually thought that she was carrying a child and asked her if she was carrying a child. And As somebody in the medical field, I can tell you that if a fibroid is going to protrude your belly, no natural remedy not going to take that down. You have to cut your belly and take it out. Because then to remember, you know, think of a pregnant uterus. A fibroid is in your uterus. When does a pregnant woman start to show? At around 3 to 4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
What size is that fetus? That fetus is about the size of an orange. So for a fibroid to cause the protrusion of one's tummy, it has to be about the size of an orange. Which natural remedy going to remove that?
Mm-hmm.
None.
She has to have a myomectomy, which is the surgery to remove. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, when normally when you make up these stories, you have to ensure that these stories make sense and add up. Because anybody who have a nurse, a doctor, anybody with a little bit of medical knowledge can tell you that from a fibroid make your tummy show, you have to cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because women, a lot of women have tiny fibroids, yes, and some of them you can use natural remedies and pass them out.
Yes,
but there is no drug or medication that is approved to cut out a fibroid. Fibroids are treated surgically. So if something is going to cause your tummy to protrude, it's a fibroid or a baby. No, I know it's only one of those things can come out without surgery, right? And it's not the fibroid.
Okay.
Right.
And no surgery never do, right? No surgery
She said it. She was asked by Cliff Hughes. Cliff Hughes asked her. Cliff Hughes said to her, so you had surgery then to remove the fibroid because she come back slim and look nice now, you know. She said no, she never had any surgery. She used natural method, natural remedy. She used so me know my head start go off and I say you have in my head I'm saying, but you have a fibroid the size will make your tummy look high. And oh, what? Huh? And that start go through my head, you know, because just think about the size of an orange. How are you going to get rid of that with a natural remedy?
You mean a size like this?
That is right, because that would cause if you tape that to your belly, no, it will show, don't it?
Yes.
Yeah, go see the protrusion.
Exactly.
If it was the size of a lemon, you wouldn't see anything, don't it?
No.
Okay, but so it have to have a good size.
Exactly.
So me ask, so even if you're going to use a natural remedy, it's not going to just come down one time, you know. It's going to take a little time and shrink, because natural remedies can shrink fibroids, but it's in minuscule, tiny amount, little bit. It's only surgery you can really use and take it out. But I know something else that could be in her uterus that doesn't need surgery to come out.
It's a baby, right?
Okay, but furthermore, you can see where, because she said that she was in the gym working out and whatever, and she was losing weight all over and what, blah, blah, blah. Now, Rhoda is a slim girl. There was a time that she was looking a little chubby and wearing a lot of flowing dresses all over the place. That is when the rumor started that she was with child. People actually assumed because and even afterwards, because she disappeared off the scene for a while, apparently. That's what I was told by people on my show yesterday. People from her constituency came on and were saying that she was out of circulation for a little while. But when she come back, she still look a little, and you can see clothes where you can see a period if you go and Google her, where she was wearing a lot of loose clothing and her waist look a little thick. You understand? Now, the thing about it, I don't like to dig up people's business, and I don't really business what she wants to do with her private life. But the lady come on the radio and talk her business.
Yeah.
Now, a few months ago, when the rumor started going around, say she did pregnant or have baby or whatever, I came out on a video and I said this: Andrew Holness don't have no love for his wife. Him hate him wife. He detests that woman. And I'm going to tell you why. if you love and respect your wife, if a rumor start, first of all, if you love and you respect your wife, or if you have a side piece, your wife will never know. Right? I know men who have side chick and them threaten them, say, oh, you make me what's it, wife find out. So from a man, make it known to him wife that there is another woman, he has no respect for that wife.
True. That's why we say we not let him go in that. He not no morals.
Wait, man, me not done yet.
Okay.
So he has no love for Juliet, because if he had love and respect for his wife, the minute those rumors start to circulate, he would have done everything in his power to dispel them. Him don't have, you can speak without speaking, you know. You can do your PR. Him love PR. You can go out there and hold her hand and take her out. You can carry her. You can post her up all the time. Look on Mark Golden with Sandra Golden. You can see, say, Mark Golden think the world of Sandra Golden, because every other post him have up Sandra. You understand? When they're in a picture together, they are touching, they're hugging, they're looking at each other lovingly. When you see a picture with Andrew and Juliet, they look forced. You can read the body language.
Go on, read the body language. Me just want to play one little video and
go ahead.
Credit for this. I own it now. I with him wife and tell me if
do the thing and then me come back and talk.
Yes. Okay, like body language like that. Let me play it again. Yeah, so this are loving body language. Look at body language. And look at cuts. Look at that. Now wipe it up.
Let me tell you something. First and foremost, when Juliet went to kiss Andrew back him head back so. When she come in with the kiss, him go so. Him reverse him head. Like, what the hell you think you're doing? And then it's like him catch himself. Instinct, you know, reflex. Play it again. Play it one more time. Play it one more time. Let me show you. Oh no, look closely. Look at his first reaction.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it back. Hold on.
One more time. Look closely. Look closely. Look at his first reaction.
You can all.
All right.
Yeah.
The man hesitates. The man never want to kiss her. And then him never want to kiss her in the first place. And she forced herself and kiss the man. And the man wipe off the kiss. First of all, me wear lipstick and me kiss my husband with my lipstick mouth all the time. And what him do, him go so and rub it out. Because I go kiss him. Whether I have on the lipstick or not. Or him use him finger and go so the man take a napkin and wipe off him wife kiss.
So Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala. Do you think that Juliet purposely orchestrated that kiss to see the reaction of Andrew?
No, okay. She purposely orchestrated that kiss to hype up herself on the side piece.
Yes.
But it backfired on her. It backfired. It backfired.
So the Dan never in for that at that point in time.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, because to be honest, I really don't know much of the story. Right? So I am just looping through some of it, bits and pieces. But my question, as it relates to her, right, introducing herself into the politics from 2013, as it relates to GTA, be a part of them. My question, was she treated more favorably as it relates to the Prime Minister treating her in a more favorable
I don't know. Remember, I do not know anything aside from what was said by Rhoda. Everything that way, because listen, you're going to hear rumors here and rumors there, you know. But I am not a woman who deal with rumors. I am listening to what she said and interpreting what she said.
Me go play some of what she said. And me just continue.
Yeah, man, play what she said because you need to hear what Rhoda said.
We are hearing from the Member of Parliament for Central Manchester, the JLP's Rhoda Moy Crawford. And she's been venting, bearing her soul about the attacks on her perpetrated in social media by some. She has been very frank. She has spoken about the rumors about her having an intimate relationship with the Prime Minister. Yes, she has categorically denied that this rumor that was also on social media, that she was pregnant for the Prime Minister and had an abortion, that it started when she was having a female problem, well known, fibroids, and was carrying a bump. And a member of Parliament from the other side, she says, questioned or remarked to her. Rhoda Moy Crawford, let me ask you, I've been listening. You notice I've been listening to you. Yes? I want to ask you some questions now. Yeah?
Yes.
Have you ever felt like packing it in and walking away from this?
I have, and as a matter of fact, you know, I don't even know if I should say this, but, you know, my mother, even before she passed, because, you know, she died suddenly. She wasn't ill. And at one point, she looked at me with tears in her eyes. And she said, my daughter, I am reading and seeing these comments. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not seeing them.
So why your mother that said that you're in politics and just some comment and take it to heart and drop them and dead? She must know what going on, mother, and you never see. Continue.
What I want for you to do, or I would, but it ultimately it's your decision. I would want for you to finish your term well, and get away from this nasty politics. That's what my mother told me. So I've been battling, you know, under my mother's dying wish, or, you know, fighting, because, Cliff, maybe you should ask me a different way. What has caused me to not step away?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many opportunities. I have opportunities and offers left, right, and center. What has kept me, Cliff? What has caused me to not step away? Cliff, I lived in Manchester Central for 30-odd years, all my life, except from when I came out to enter into college and when I was working at Hearts and had to be at the head office and living in Kingston. Right? And I see the ills in the constituency. And when I look right across Jamaica, Cliff, a lot of the issues are not resolved, not because they couldn't have been, but because we've not always had political representatives at the very
Let me also ask you, Ms. Crawford. Let me also ask you.
Could I finish first?
Sure.
Who is committed to Jamaica. And I feel if I give up, I am sending a message to other young people, other young women especially, other people who have a passion for leadership and a passion for service and want to serve their country well. I think we're going to give in and allow persons who don't mean Jamaica well to step forward. And I see a lot of them trying to step forward now, that I hope that to God that the people do not give that opportunity, because by their utterances and their actions, they don't mean Jamaica well. So I have suffered the hit, and I feel as if I must continue, because the politics, if we're really going to transform Jamaica, it needs people like me who are committed to service and just want to see Jamaica in a better place. I don't want Jamaica to become Haiti.
Let me ask you, Ms. Crawford. These rumors and nasty comments and insinuations. How have they affected your relationship with your Prime Minister and party leader, Andrew Holness?
Well, what I do notice, because the Prime Minister, he supports all of his it's not just members of Parliament and ministers, but all of the standard bearers. And I mean, the Prime Minister continues to extend himself and to give all of us support. So I wouldn't say, I still maintain a good relationship with our Prime Minister and party leader.
But which one of the support? Can I support are good and them have a good relationship?
What I do notice at times, Cliff, and it doesn't matter to me if I'm going to be getting some beating for this when I hang up the phone. But I do realize that sometimes some of my own parliamentary colleagues, they treat me differently. There are some things that I feel I am denied of because of this rumor, or I think because this issue, it doesn't just affect me or the Prime Minister. The wife of the Prime Minister sits in the Parliament. She sits in the Speaker's chair. And Cliff, I'm not afraid to tell you that there's some times that people who have very good relationship with me, they talk to me on the phone, they hang out with me. Sometimes you can see it appears that they are torn, like they don't want to engage me because they don't know if the rumors are true. Themselves probably don't know or not sure. But
that foolishness completely, because I mean, foolishness.
They don't want to be offensive, so I think some of them are caught in a little limbo, trying to be careful how they engage me when Mrs. Holness is there or so, because I don't know. But I sense that and I feel that at times.
Well, let me ask you, have you ever been involved in an intimate moment or relationship affair with the Prime Minister?
No, Cliff Hughes. Categorically no. I have never.
That categorically no, Cliff. That flat. No, Big Mama. Categorically no, flat.
These rumors started from the time that I was in G2K. When
I see it. I have never. And that's a just the part. No, categorically no, I have never. And then got the rumors this time. You just said, why what may I do with this guy? He knows too big, him this and that, nothing. You know, him name Bramwell, him something. What may I do with him? Me have my husband, him name that and that. Me have my family, me married, me nothing. Nothing to follow up that. Just that alone. And
Yeah. She never had nothing to it.
No.
Dry.
Just try, just that alone, a little part and go.
To expand, and then some of them started to emerge around the time of the leadership challenge. And then,
Not one comrade did know her during that time.
And then, it started to take a different spin. At every level, when they put out something and it doesn't work, they add a new dimension to it. And
yeah. How you doing? Hold on a minute. We have to stop it. Maria.
Yeah, greetings. Right, man.
Hello. Wagwan.
Blessed my sister.
Greetings.
Aromatic, Lloyd.
Blessed my sister.
Yes, Maria. Big up yourself.
Much respect.
All right.
And much respect to everybody in the chat. Now, people need to stop with pearl clutching, okay? She's not the first and she won't be the last to be find herself in this situation. She is the one who brought this on herself.
Amen.
Because the interview was not about this. She opened this can of worms.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever the backlash she's getting from it now, she has nobody to blame but herself.
Amen.
I agree that she's an adult. She was an adult at the time of whatever she's talking about. That's many people can lie. She was an adult at the time and she made choices. She had to live with the consequences thereof.
That's it.
However, Andrew Holness, given his position at the time, would have been member of parliament. He'd have gone through being minister of government, and I guess at the time he was what member.
He was prime minister
leader of the opposition.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the power dynamic was different. So it, in my opinion, is an abuse of power and position.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many young women and a lot of people people who are talking about them wouldn't do this and she's do some calling names. They have not walked a mile in her shoes. They don't know what her family circumstances were that would have facilitated her gravitating towards a man with power, money, and influence. And we know what comes of that. We're now hearing that, oh, he bought her a car and he bought her a house. And I said, you should get everything from him. You know what I'm saying? Since he thought himself he thinks himself as a Romeo. Because the truth is, it's not only her name that his name is being called with. There are many other stories that, you hear all about the place. But we don't talk about this. But because she opened this door, we have all walked through it. And this is not anything new that with Andrew Holness. And it is a problem that happens in Jamaica where men with money and these young women, they are influenced and they feel in some cases that can be some level of intimidation. Now, she became a member of parliament. So there is some benefit that she got from the relationship. Now, I want to touch on an issue that only Right Mango and myself will know what that means and how that feels. And this is the issue of fibroids. She said she had a bump and it was fibroids. Most women, depending on the size of the fibroids, have different experiences. But a fibroid does not just shrink overnight. And depending on the size of the fibroid...
I literally just said this.
I'm sorry, Rat Mango?
I literally just said this.
Right. So there's no magic one to do it. There's a process to it. And
the only magic one is surgery.
Fibroids. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
I was explaining earlier that the only magic one to get rid of a fibroid so quickly is surgery. And she said she didn't have surgery.
Yeah. Yes. If she didn't have surgery, then she could not have gotten it because it's not going to shrink overnight. Can it shrink? Yes, it can. But there are processes to it. You have to change your diet.
Big like that.
Sorry,
sister, but that big like that, like a grapefruit or orange. And that should be not do operation and that. So it's a bit smart there. So right away. Or is a baby there and you have the baby, so it go away, the body go away.
Right.
Yes.
So when she now brought up the subject of having a bump, she now opened another door that everybody is walking through and asking the question, was she in fact pregnant for the Prime Minister? So a lot of this she brought onto herself. She started this argument, okay? And the issue about fibroids, it's that one, she cannot, that's not an excuse because most of us women have fibroids.
I want to correct you there, my dear. She never said fibroids, she said fibers.
Fibers. Oh.
Exactly. So even
fibers,
so she didn't think her story through to a logical conclusion. She got on the show, and I don't know what went off in her head, but something went off in her head, and she decided to go down this road. And this is something that has been going on for a number of years, not just yesterday. A number of years. And it started with our own people. So for her to have opened the door and we have walked through it, it's also a distraction from the real issues plaguing Jamaica right now. But so my 2 cents is that she started this, she's an adult. She made a choice. But also we have to hold Andrew Holness to the same standard that we're holding her to, because a lot of time, too many times, the women get raped over the coals in situations like these, and the men just get to walk around and like nothing happened here. We can use Christopher Tufton as an example. When he was asked about his extramarital affairs, he said, "But that's none of your business." And it was 9-day talk, and nobody was raking him over the coals. Nobody has.
After the wife publicly accused him. Mm-hmm.
The wife.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was saying that this is after his wife publicly accused him.
Right. And he was like, none of your business, and everybody moved on. So he did not receive the same treatment as Rhoda Crawford is receiving. Yes, he's aware that the man has a wife, but the man is also aware that he has a wife. Okay? So he had no business, he has no respect, he has no business looking sideways at anybody else, given the fact that he has a wife. He was the one who went to pastor and said, I do. So he should honor that. And the fact that he's, well, based on what she's saying, and based on what is out in the public space, and based on some of her own things that she has said, she has incriminated herself. She has incriminated herself, you know?
Let me ask you something,
yes.
sister. Yeah, but you're like, oh, my good, now come and say, my wife, Sandra, my wife. Yeah, but you're honest, come on, every speech, can you the prime minister, and big up my beautiful, lovely wife, and them, you know, them. You ever see me do these things? She kiss him and wife that, you know.
One time. Only one time I've seen it. Only when it was pragmatic. And that is when he walked out of Parliament. Because he did not want to.
Okay. So
he did not want to face the question. He did not want to hear the rest of Mark Golding's speech.
Okay.
So he walked out of the Parliament. And when he came back to make his speech, his speech, so that is when he now spoke about his wife, because it fit now into his narrative. That's the only time.
Him talk about his wife, but look on this now. Because when he came back the next year, him said this also. Watch this.
You can have great ideas. And if you have great ideas, I am a person that respects ideas. What I do.
I'm gonna ask something. The person behind Queen E have a kind of little, no disrespect, but have a little dumb syndrome or something.
Yeah, man, something definitely wrong with she.
Yeah, definitely. Because just look on the person there, so you know. Me no know. Look. Just in about no look. Oh, look.
I am very happy to see that Parliament is so inclusive of people of all sorts of disabilities. So she probably has a disability, yes. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But hear him now. Hear where I'm gonna say yes or no and look on her face. Look at this.
If you have a good idea,
I look on the man them now. The man too.
I thought about using an analogy, but let me try to share with word. I am the best baby father for ideas.
Oh, that coming. Look on our face now. See that? No, this bad. You see the shake? You see that?
Yeah, man.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Play back that part already. Just reverse the part there. Look at her eyes. Just look at reverse it and just look at her eyes. When I look at her eyes, just look at her eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Well, so that look was one of dismay.
Look. Right there.
That look was one of dismay.
Okay.
Yeah. You see that? That knocks the door. So or not say low, but him come do this the following day. This are the lowest of the low. So that him
exactly
get the paper, the speech, and him never want to hear the part with them about the criminality and how much money missing. Them draw him plan to do that, Can plan for walk out. Because the opposition said him to get the speech. Him the opposition never get for them.
Exactly.
But him get the opposition speech. So him break everything. And walk out more low, and then you have Elijah now come and say, my wife what? Come on and be yourself, man.
But
come from in Asia, you just quit to,
But Nigel defend Juliet more than Andre,
Yup. You are so right.
No, and that's just a kick him do it for, when he want to make a speech.
That is right.
Because if you're a man and you hear that woman 11 years now, and you have your wife, and you turn back, you are prime minister and thing. Don't you, every time you go on a thing, you say, well, them call me name with this. No, I listen me. don't mix me because I'm not that and that. I love my wonderful wife there. My wife is that and that. I'm my wife that and that. I don't get no youth outside. No. Stop mix me up. And him talk categorically. Why never do that? You never do it yet? You never do that yet?
But here's the thing, Wade. Here's the thing. We have a saying in Jamaica, if you not gossip, near gossip.
Amen.
Calling up on so many. This is not, like I said, this is not, I've heard many other issues, many other situations that his name is being called. Yes. You know, why is his name being called? I know he has notoriety and people always say stuff. But for her, okay, here's another thing that she said. The cold shoulder that she's getting from the speaker. What does that tell you? It tells you everything you need to know.
Hey, thank you. Right, that's so. Right, that's so.
So, I mean, no, there's more to it than meets the eye. And it's rather unfortunate that she came out and spill her guts like that, tell her business in the streets. But she told her business in the streets. And we're going to take it to the earth's crust. Because this is a government, and this is a man who gets up and talks about unquestioned integrity and whose thing is untenable and incurable and all these wonderful things to make himself look like a paragon of virtue. This man doesn't have the moral ground on which to stand to question anybody, to reprimand anybody. So he's basically the parliament is his animal farm.
Yes.
You see, and he cannot reshuffle his cabinet. So many ministers of government are performing poorly, not doing what they're supposed to be doing on behalf of the people, and he cannot get rid of them. He has 6 persons in his parliament that have been under investigation for illicit enrichment. If their names are called tomorrow, what can he do about it? Nothing, because they're all doing the same thing. So he lacks the credibility on which he can stand to make a judgment or do anything serious about the people.
My dear, you're assuming he's not one of them. You're making an assumption that he's not one of the 6.
and I deliberately did that. You know, I'm deliberately doing that because the word on the street that he might be, given that he cannot have his statutory declarations certified for 3 years going, then we have to assume that he's one of the 6.
No, but not
hallelujah.
That. Something's front of us, right? If you declare in 2018, that you declare 2019, 171 million, and then 2021, about 2022, you can't declare nothing, but your wife come out now 2022, 23, said she have 800 million investment. You must be one of the 6, and your wife too must in it too. Because
I know he's one of the 6.
You can't build that overnight, but you're gone up, if you have $10 investment, you have 800 million, nearly $1 billion investment. Where you get where the money that come from?
Daddy.
Right.
Yes.
I just want sorry to sort of deflect, but I wanted to play about the clip the way you played earlier, because something what Andrew has said is not really resting well with me, and I want to know when was that clip here.
Parliamentary speech.
When was that?
Last year. Not since
this year. No, man, that was in April.
April.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what Andrew Holness said.
Or end of March. The end of March.
End of March. Yeah, end of March.
You know what Andrew Holness said, and I wrote it down because that is not sitting well with me. Right? Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister of the country. I want people to just listen to me. His wife, right, is the Speaker of the House. And Andrew Holness spoke that he is the best baby father. Hold on. I want people to just listen and break that down. And might be that is one of the reasons why Mrs. Holness, have the sort of look on her face. Andrew did not say he is one of the best husband or one of the best dad.
Okay.
So now, this argument with Rhoda Crawford, and one of the scenarios that Kamala gave, right, as it relates to the possibility of might be a Rhoda Crawford, might be has a child for Andrew. I'm just asking question based on what Andrew said, best baby father, because I would presume that Andrew Holness' sons, right?
Adults.
They are adults.
Yes.
So what did he mean, really?
That's the best husband.
Yeah, because definitely.
Remember Byron?
That strike card in my head.
Byron, you know,
yes.
me a dad and super granddad, you know. You heard? Me's a super granddad. Me's a husband, you know. Me's a dad and super granddad. Yeah. So you know, but this baby father thing.
And what is the situation that Andrew Holness may have misspoken? And Juliet Holness realized that. Because that came out of his mouth. Best baby father.
Baby father.
Mystic, I don't cut you. You notice him use a phrase prior to using that term best baby father. Him say want to try something, but him don't know if it's gonna work.
It's gonna work. So why did I do that? How that come up? Mystic.
Yeah.
I don't know it come up. What continue? I don't know how the baby father did.
Watch this again. All right. Let us presume that, you know, what we have receiving as it relates to him and Rhoda Crawford in whatever relationship. Let us presume that, okay, all right, the allegation is true. Now, what the entire Jamaican need to know, it's a total disgrace. Total disgrace as it relates to the Prime Minister, right? Put himself in that position and listen to me. When it comes to a young female, right? And I want to go back to something what Light said. A young female just coming into the politics of an impressionable mind, right? Want to, you understand, just gain whatever need to be gained in terms of, you know, her momentum, her success. And for the Prime Minister, right? If
this was before she went into politics. She wasn't in politics yet. They didn't bring her in politics.
Whoa, that even makes it worse.
That even make it worse.
That even make it worse.
Him took advantage of her based on, you know, our situation.
So
that's why I have to hold him accountable, you know. I have to hold him accountable big time for this misappropriate use of the power we have. As a matter of fact, Andrew Holness need to understand, say, the people of Jamaica don't elect him as a prime minister. I'm own party members them choose him to be the prime minister, not the general voters. Yes. So, you know, him supposed to have respect and, you know, uphold the good moral of him office.
Exactly.
He should have, look at Rhoda's age. Look at Rhoda's age and to when she said
at the time she was pretty young.
Just do the math.
She was a pretty young girl at the time.
She's still young. She's 30 years old, a kid. I don't think she had my son when my son them are something, you know, your age group, but man.
It's sickening.
Yes.
I heard that she was actually the tutor at one point for the boys.
Okay.
Because she was friend. All right, now go that now. Let me tell you something now, Mango and the whole team and Maria, the whole team. I heard that she helped the wife to win her seat. They must friend. So you get a cold shoulder, must something. Where they get a cold shoulder? All right. She helped Andrew too. Remember 2020 now, she turned out parliamentarian. You understand? She there in the background of work and thing, but she just win a seat and turn a member of parliament. Right? No, so. Yeah,
I heard that she wasn't willingly her friend, you know. I guess the wife heard the rumors and decided to keep her close by.
Okay.
Oh. So the wife that try to keep her close there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to piggyback to the G2K. And you say she was a member of the G2K from early out.
Yeah, yes. When she said she joined it.
And she gets the Prime Minister take disadvantage of her. So the young guys, them were in a G2K, what get promotion. Who take advantage of them?
Them up the big one, them same one.
All right, give me 1 second, let me come.
Arrow. Arrow. Them same one.
No, but Andre Stevens, who was at one point one of them, spoke about it openly, never hide and talk. Him things. Him talk when him talk. Andre Stevens spoke about his relationship with one particular MP and what he was required to do. He was very open and candid about what he was required to do and about his sexuality at the time, etc. And he was very candid. It is there, and so we know that this is something that is quite common. And I mean, when you look at Chris Tufton himself and his situation, where his wife came out and spoke publicly and made public Instagram posts or whatever, or somebody doing so on behalf of his wife, he made no bones about it. He didn't try to hide it. He just says none of our business. You understand?
Let me ask a question though. Can you imagine you have a Ministry of very important ministry of health. Remember, we have STD and all kind of things. And when you talk to that, when them ask him this question, I mean, that's why the Prime Minister must start about morals and the government must start about morals.
Exactly.
When you get an answer like that, when you have market me $85 million, we don't see what market me do, and you hear that is none of your business. Just like that. And you don't see nobody up there come out. You don't see the one who get they think the land, the burial land, the build farmers and come out and say more morals and things. You don't see Big Mama. No.
So they have conditional morals. Their morals only occur. It only appears. The morals only appear when it affects their bottom line. You understand? So it is when it is politically expedient. They have politically expedient morals, right? So
this is why I don't cut to Kamala. This is why I have problem when I hear in the Jamaican terms that we are using the Westminster model, or we are a part of the Westminster model, because if so be the case, a lot of these men would have lost their job.
True.
Because this does not happen in the UK under the Westminster model.
But this is not politically expedient to them. It's not politically expedient to them, You
cannot align yourself to a model that is, very highly respected and regarded worldwide as it relates to parliamentarian and their conduct. The Westminster model stands for good moral conduct in Parliament. So
I don't know about that, because remember Gordon Brown. I don't know about that because Gordon Brown was in
any one of them parliamentarian in the UK have these type of affair, their job gone immediately.
No.
Yes, man.
No.
Yes.
Nope. You know who Gordon Brown. You hearing me?
Yeah, not here.
I'm hearing you, but
not here. Yeah. Continue, Mango.
I was saying that you see, Andrew Holness models down a combination of Donald Trump and Gordon Brown. Gordon Brown, the disgraced UK Prime Minister. Remember now that he also was in a similar situation, and before he was the Prime Minister, he was Minister Exchequer, whatever them call them.
Was the finance minister.
And while he was in that situation, The young lady who is now his partner, they're not married and have 2 kids for him, was the side piece. So it was a very similar situation. Carrie, whatever she named Carrie, whatever, the young girl, she's much younger than him. So he ended up leaving the wife while he was the finance minister for the sweetheart. So it's something similar. And then, you know, Donald moved from wife to wife like nothing. So Andrew Holness have for them personality where they do not think it is morally wrong for them to do it. I don't think any labor right man think, when you try to reason with these people, they genuinely do not see anything wrong with having extramarital affairs. Them not see nothing wrong with it. When you talk to them, they're like, and so it's like none of your business. And then parade them women, they don't think about the feelings of the wife, you know. They don't care about how the wife feels. It's just about them and how they are feeling. If them embarrass them wife, so what? You understand? You just deal with it. And if you want to I mean, it's a very weird dynamic, but there are a lot of Jamaican men who are high in society, not just, and I'm going to categorically state that this is not just labor right men, there is just men in power and authority, especially when they are with women who depend on them financially. They don't feel that they should respect their marriages. You know, so Andrew Holness may have adopted this whole thing from, for instance, Eddie Siaga or people of authority who him used to hang out with, because we know say Andrew is a reacher. Him like him is a social climber. Him like to hobnob with the in crowd and climb him way to the top. That is literally who Andrew Holness is. So it's a situation where he would have seen that, assume that this is a show of power and authority when you can model your side piece and show her off, and people know the man them know, because remember, say you have parties where wives don't go, his own side pieces only go in Jamaica, you know. You have parties like that where the wives don't attend, go with your side piece and don't show up. If you're coming with your wife, you can't. If you're coming with your wife, you don't come, because the wives are gonna come and see these men with other women who are not wives.
Okay.
And sometimes the wives are friends, you know, and question I go start. So them have no wives alone. Some of them are go Cuba without them wife.
Let me just say one thing though, but both some of them on them side piece, both blouse and skirt, right? Them side piece. Continue. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, man. So I'm saying that on occasion, this is what Andrew Holness see, and this is what he's modeling, because he wants to be seen as part of that crowd. You understand what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for politics, Andrew Holness wouldn't be a part of that crowd. Him never dream in him wildest life imagination. So him see it and him have to do what them do to feel accepted, to feel like him belong. So him start disrespect him wife because him see these big man do it him do. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then she probably, I don't know. I don't know why she stay, but she must know, yeah. That's all I can say.
But what you know?
Juliet, them just say watch her money, you know.
Yes,
yeah, no, she's watching her money. But back in the days before money start watch, why did she stay? Before him did have the money. Because she was making the money at one point, especially when him just go in politics. She was the one making the money. So why did she stay and put up with all of that? And that may say
Ministry of Education.
Well,
pardon me?
Ministry of Education.
Yeah, well, that is true. Probably she wanted to be known as the minister's wife or whatever. It's a power dynamic. But then again, know that they're further into the spotlight and the rumor them can't control. It must be embarrassing. It must be. Listen to me. I used to be married and in a similar situation. My first marriage was a similar situation, and I can tell you, your blood boil It's very embarrassing. You feel worthless, you feel useless, because you wonder on a daily basis if these people know. You understand? You start to question your self-worth. You do. When you have a man who it's like you try to figure out why he's doing these things. Are you not good enough? So you go out and you try to make yourself better for him instead of for yourself. You understand? Now, as far as I'm concerned, if Juliet had let him go, she would not be trying to prove on Rhoda. Now, I remember the moment I let go when I was in my first marriage. And at that point, nothing my ex-husband did, well, husband at the time, did matter to me. I don't care how much woman him want have. I don't care who him want sleep with. I don't even want to see him. Don't come to me. If you want to cool your water, go to one of your woman them. I made myself scarce, like good goal. I decided to go out and find things to occupy my time, make myself a better person until I sort out my exit strategy. I never give no ultimatum. So I decided it's a time to go. And I cut. I find the best time to cut and I cut. Argument done. Juliet obviously not at that point yet. She obviously still love her husband and is hoping for our marriage to work, even though the husband don't love her. That's all me have to say.
No, but you're prime minister though. The way we love talk about morals and impeachment and talk these kind of talk, but him not live this way. It's not a example. It's not a good example myself for Jamaica, man.
But
him not care. Him don't care.
But what all of this Kamala on the panel?
Yes,
if you look on the entire situation, right, as it relates to everything that being wrapped up, tied up, and unfolded. All right. Here you have the Prime Minister, right? Alleged extramarital affairs. While that is happening on the left, on the right, the Prime Minister and his wife, under the focus of the Integrity Commission as it relates to investigation, their statutory declaration, right, cannot be verified. When I look on all of those things that simultaneously going through Juliet Holness' head, Juliet might want to, knowing what is coming down on the pipeline, having that extramarital affair with her husband, to deal with as it relates to the allegations relating to Rhoda. And all of those baggages. Just imagine, really and truly, what that lady is really going through. Right? It seems like when you look in her brain, it's just a ball of fire. Now, the life that she forced to live, to the fact that they are at the political helm, if they pull apart like this, it would be a situation that affects the entire party too. So the party tied with them, their slackness tied up with the party, and everything bundled up. Because if Juliet said, okay, all right, you know what, enough is enough, I am cutting left this. I
heard that is what was said while we are at this point.
Wow.
I heard it was either you or me.
Is what I'm saying? So then, when you look on this, it is a situation that, trust me. Now, I am going to say something else. Since you have all of these anky-panky going on amongst, you understand, parliamentarians, Lloyd and Kamala and Arrow and Wayne.
Yeah.
I am asking the question, could that be one of the reasons to the fact that you have member of parliament, and let me speak this, you have a member of parliament where his name was called on a 13 years of age young lady. Now,
Yeah.
we are not talking about, you understand, adult
Exactly.
getting engaged and people cheating and cheat. No, this is a crime. This is a crime committed.
Wasn't there also an affidavit with that case?
Yes.
There was an
There
affidavit for
was.
that case.
And the police have not even turned a blind eye to the affidavits.
Okay, so we now have to look on our parliamentarians, and the question that I am going to ask, is it the possibility that it is one of the reasons why the sex offender list has to be so protected that they don't want to publicize it?
Because they don't want to implement it.
No, it's implemented. They just cannot publicize it.
It has been implemented
because it contains names of people who are very public.
Okay.
But if it's implemented, then it should be publicized.
It's not public.
I will know who is who around me.
Thank you.
I mean within the communities.
To be
This is
private.
very serious enough. No, this is very serious in terms of this is the political representation that you understand the electorate is getting. You have a parliament that contain pedophile. You have a parliament that contain all sort of people breaching morals, breaching ethical rules, breaching procurement guidelines, corruption. Jamaica cannot continue to be getting that sort of representation. It's a filthy mess because, okay, this person that I'm talking about as it relates to borders and criminality, you're talking about pedophile.
Yes.
Right? Now, this is a very serious situation, and you have this person that may be coming out, right? Putting up himself, you understand, for people to elect him. That's not a culture that is happening right now. It's really sad for the Jamaican people. Right? And it seems like parliamentarians just have the free will, right, to abuse young girls. And that's why when even I look at Rhoda's case, I have to refer back now to your point, line, as it relates to, she, being young, coming into the politics, right? And you have a prime minister who's supposed to know better, powerful, right?
Yes.
And of course, she happy that, she's acquainted with the prime minister. But the prime minister, you understand, deep in a corruption, is a piece of cockroach. You understand? Could not have
Definitely
the ability, the capacity to guide a young person in a meaningful way, but to take advantage of her.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what he did.
Exactly. And it seems like I'm going to touch something now what Aromatic said. Aro said, it is not only ladies now being abused. And so then, what seems to be happening as it relates to the tendency, right, particularly, Andrew Holness-led government under this current, view, based on what, coming out with Rhoda situation, is just like another can of worms. It just come like, I don't know, you better Jamaica Labour Party members of parliament, they then shut them out, or anybody would try to defend Jamaica Labour Party.
The parties, Mystic one, just a second, Mystic. The party is run on the basis of, friends with benefit.
Friends with benefit. Because,
yes.
Looking at what we are seeing here, right? And you have, it's just coming like there's no system to hold these people accountable. No system. If you have somebody in a parliament, right, who molests a 13-year-old girl, right? And it still look like I just 98 time, man. We can, you know, that a slackness that been going on, and then there's no checks and balance. It just coming like, you know, because this government encroach as it relates to the criminal justice system in terms of automatically have the system so compromised. The DPP
Yeah.
so compromised.
Yes.
And the possibility of other judges that may have been compromised. And so then when I look at all of that.
Most of them compromise, man. Most of them people are compromised. Because I know say them don't know about it in a mistake. Them do it, I mean, you see all the DPP, Strike 5, she go prison. Because affidavit can send to you all the way from the UK. Sworn affidavit. And you don't bring that into questioning by summoning the person at the center of the allegation. Right? The police them don't even look upon the affidavit. And the female in question made several inquiries in regards to why she hasn't been getting response from the police Iraqis in Jamaica.
It's crazy.
Nobody pay her any mind.
Let me add something to this. Now you have a government in power, but we are talking about morals now, where you know Andrew run out, you know, falls and the one of them, you know. Look, you know, you have a government in power. I want you just picture who in a cabinet and who in a power right now. And in a WikiLeaks, you have minister right now. Where you see I do money laundering and racketeering and all kind of things. You hear them name mix up with gang. You have people right now sit down. But for them name them in a car and gunman, top gunman get shot and killed right side her. Then car again, gunman get killed when you look at your name in a car. But yes, still a member of parliament and yes, still a government minister. You have other people accused of rape, killing too.
I hear laughing at the whole of you, you know. I am here laughing. I have to mute my mic while I laugh because I cannot understand why you expect criminals to have morals. I keep asking you this. Why do you expect criminals to have morals?
You're right.
Criminals not gonna have morals because in order to be a criminal, something is wrong with your morality.
That's true.
For you to be able to do illegal things, it means that you have no morality. That's the bottom line. So how do you expect what there's supposed to be honor among thieves now? That's basically what you're hoping for. Say no make no sense. You kill up yourself.
Kamala, at least them could have some moral for the office where them represent.
No, but why? Why? I'm asking you this. Let me ask you this now.
Criminals.
What do you expect from a pig but a grunt?
Good.
So what do you expect from a thief than to thief? What do you expect from a murderer than to murder, or a rapist than to rape? So why do you expect a criminal to do anything beyond criminality? All you have done now is made them more bold with their criminality because they know now that they're above the law. They're untouchable. They're untouchable. But I can tell you one thing.
Yes.
The only way to get these people to respond is to make it and put it on the international scene. And I cannot understand for the life of me how it is that we cannot communicate with people in the international media and expose these things. I don't understand. Where's the international media with some of these things?
But Kamala, the international media, no, you know. Them know.
Just two things.
Yes, Maria.
Just two things I want to say before one is that Rhoda went in way over her head. You know, what she signed up for was way above her pay grade. And so as a result, she's suffering the consequences thereof. And two, just to go back to Tufton for a second. And, you know, he said that, you know, it's not his business, it's nobody's business. But here's why it's the business of the people. He paid $85 million to a company. It is rumored that this person has a child for him, whatever. It wasn't $85 million of his personal money. This was $85 million of taxpayers' money. Mm-hmm. And the minute it is taxpayers' money, then it becomes the people's business. Where's the investigation into why this company was paid? And did the government, did Jamaica get value for dollar? What service was paid for? And did they get the services that they paid all this money for? And they talk about morals and all of this. Listen to me. There's a system of corruption that is at play in Jamaica. Where it's not only the political directorate that is affected. It is civic society. It's the churches. Mm-hmm. It's the business class. It's the agencies. It's the schools. It just permeates the entire society. So it's as if being corrupt is the order of the day. And if you are not corrupt, you get indicted like Chairman Rowan James. You get thrown to the scrap heap. So if you're not playing the game of these people and being corrupt and trying to tear the country down and destroy taxpayers and destroy the very country that they're a part of, then you get treated like crap. You get slighted. So this
you're gone far. What about the people who you're on the platform now with who, as members of the diaspora, try to fight for Jamaica and they are being slighted and treated like they are less than humans.
Exactly.
So you're gone. You know, if not forgot to Corporal Rowan James, you can talk about the people on the platform with you like Sir Lonesome.
Yes, but I understand that, but I'm just using him who is right there, fighting on behalf of rank and file police. But the rank and file did not stand up for Corporal Rowan James. Why did they not stand up for Corporal Rowan James? Fear of retaliation from the same government. So Corporal Rowan James was thrown to the wolves and it's out on the scrap heap.
You know what?
All because he's not doing the bidding of, he's not doing their bidding, and he's standing up for truth and right and justice, and he decided that he's not going to feed into the system of corruption. The minute you're not feeding into that system of corruption, you become the pariah.
Amen. Well said.
To be addressed, and people have to be held accountable so it can change.
You know what?
That's my
you know what?
I'm coming off my soapbox now.
Okay, you know what? Come let's say something, you know, when we say we have to something, them get up. Remember, them can't give me the chat, you know. That's how we get something like this. Come here, look on your screen. Look at your screen. Look, you know what them people? When you can't order them, not my word. Now, Mongo's showing them, not my word, you know. Yeah, man, the renegade.
Those are lovely. Those are lovely. Lovely. No, me need mine. Where is mine? I want one. Listen, I am expecting mine. I want the word. I want one of them Titan one, but I don't want it in that
Titan one.
I want it in a different color.
No,
you want your one of the right mango color?
Yes, man.
All right.
Fire the Titan in that green.
Yeah.
Where's the arrow? Arrow, you like the Titan and the green?
That's what I can remember. We're not nothing boy, you know, because we have a tree, you know. We're on something.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm my word, not my word. Where's the better?
Keep large for me, you know, Wayne, and medium for wife.
All right, sir.
Right? Remember, we just preserve ours.
All right, sir.
We want them in every set. We want them in the hoodie, right?
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So make sure
right,
large and medium. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Large for me, medium for wifey.
Yeah, everywhere, man. Yeah, but yes, man.
All right. Good to
go. There now.
I need a small in any color but that one. I need a small in any color.
No, right mango small now go fit. You have to take a medium right mango. Trust me upon that.
It fits tight because I don't wear big clothes.
No, they're not fit tight. They're not fit.
Yeah, and remember that I might look like I'm big, but I'm 5'2". Just keep that in mind. I'm very short.
Okay.
I'm very, very small in terms of height.
It looks so tall
No,
on the profile.
no, I'm a
Yeah.
Nope.
Boy,
Five
you look
foot two.
deceptive when you come on the Titan show, Kamala, man.
Yes, I
You
pack
look
a punch.
deceptive.
I pack a punch. I am 5'2",
Anyhow.
so bear that in mind. That's why I say small.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
I'm wearing a small shirt now.
Man. Yeah, man. Yes,
All
man.
right.
All right.
Yes, man.
You know one thing I want to say, panelists.
Love them.
One thing where me want put out there, you know, as to cleaning up Jamaica.
Yes.
We have to start quick and fast and few of them politicians behind the bars. I mean, and I think it's supposed to happen before the next general election too.
Yeah, man. I agree
Because
with
the
that.
money I get to it too much thing, and that's why we have the problem where you cannot put this one behind bar because I have a secret for you. This entire GLP structure need revamp. It need to demolish, put aside for about 20 years, bring another party to compete with the People's National Party, and, you know, see if them can solve them problem and come back into politics. Because the amount of criminality where them carry on, no wonder Kamala say, she'll laugh after we, because criminal now gonna be responsible for them action.
Let me tell you why it's bad. You have a police. I'm not a police now. I remember just tell him straight up. All him carry news, you know. Fix bail, you know, fix.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Fix bail is sit down there in the proxy of the jail. No two way about it. That guy sit down and him and a police. When you talk to him, it got to Big Mama. Several people were talk to me. But somebody could think, when you look Big Mama, breaking news. People they are foreign. And when them talk to him, as them talk to him, them say things, him summon, you know, past member of parliament to come back to Jamaica. He never summon nobody. And by the time the man to take up a phone and say, right now, come down here, so, ooh, interrogation. And I bear them thing them doing when you look him to lock up nobody, at time for him stop it. Patrick Bailey not going away, you know. Them people.
Then we see all that, we see all of them thing there.
It's Bailey for facing judgment.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
What man have declared? Which one of the clock? The B1 or the C1 or R1?
All of the
Which one of
above.
the clock?
It's been a corruption, man.
All of
If
the
some
above.
man, man, a police. Most of them
You
are
see,
one a police neither.
we have some police where we have some police where we go behind the bars. We have a lot of parliamentarians who go behind the bar. We have judges and the DPP.
Yeah, man.
She have to be held accountable for all of the wrongs where them man do. Because she was the one that was there to preside over all of these cases.
But
And she let them go.
you what happened, like all of this that you are seeing, right? Even with the Rhoda Crawford situation, all of these are distractions. Hear
Yes,
why?
man. Right there, say that.
Well, yeah, we know too.
Hear why? Hear the secret, people. 2023, if we notice, our potential leader, Mark Golden, came out, right? And he spoke clearly in saying that his 2023 statutory declaration has been submitted
And certified.
certified. So what Mark had done, right, is to say, Jamaica, of all my statutory declarations over the many years, as expected, I have submitted all of them. I have dotted the I, crossed all the T's, right? And I followed the rules and obey all the rules as per the Integrity Commission Act. Watch this now. Andrew Holness, as we know, 2021, 2022, and 2023 statutory declaration cannot be certified and will never able to certify. Let me convict him. Let me convict him in terms of what I'm going to say. Clearly, People, in 2019, Andrew Holness, right, submitted his statutory declaration under the 3 categories: asset, income, liabilities. Let us break it down. Under the asset line, Andrew Holness for the 2019 was certified based on the information that he had given, right, to the Integrity Commission Act. Now, at the time, his total assets as it relates to income, assets, and liability total comes to $171 million. People, it's simple and clear. Let me show everything clearly. In 2012, when I go back in 2012, we're going to remember that we're talking about the 2019 statutory declaration. In 2012, Juliet Holness started a development at Lease Flat. That development had been escalated, right, in price. Now, let us talk about 2022 as it relates to a court issue that Juliet Holness caught up in. Juliet Holness told the judge that her $800 million apartment, right, is in trouble as a result of a road, right, that she want to get from the other persons who had originally sold her the lot. A piece of road to go into her property was the issue. When I heard of it, I went back and said, okay, this is 2022 that you are in court. And you said your house valued, the development valued $800 million. Let me go back to her 2019 statutory declaration. When I look under the asset line, what should have happened, right? Remember, I said 2022, you know, she said that her development, right, is in problem as it relates to $800 million apartment complex. When you look on the 2019 statutory declaration, right, that was certified, and you look under the asset line, you realize that the total of what they submitted was $171 million. There is no reflection. So let us reduce 2022. Let us reduce it by 600 million, because 2019, and put that 600 million right on the total investment that they submitted. That would be automatically, right, going roughly about $700-800 million. No, no, seriously. I am just saying, to the fact that it was that 2019 statutory declaration, right, was certified, right? In 2022, when she was talking about the development at the market value, the current market value for $800 million, right? As a result of 2019, let us reduce that. You understand? By I said 200 million. So then 600 million. You are not seeing 600 million, right? Nowhere under the income, under the asset line. Nothing like that. If you put up the statutory declaration now, you're not seeing that. So if you add that 600 million at the time, as it relates to market value at the time, and you add it to that, you would have gotten, said 600 and 171 with $771 million. People, it's clear. So then
Yes.
I know 100% confidently that I can tell Andrew under no circumstances the statutory declaration can be certified. The Integrity Commission had given Andrew Holness, right, time, more than time. So then, let us talk about the 2021 statutory declaration that cannot be certified, right? Now we are in 2024. Okay, let us get the documents for 2021. What happened to them? It going into 3-4 years. No, so let us ask the question. If you goes back to the Integrity Commission Act, the Integrity Commission Act stated that if you lied on your statutory declaration, submit false statement, you are going to be fined, and depending on the gravity of the situation, you can be in prison. Now, this is where it gets worse. The PSOJ know this, right? The umbrella group of church know this, right? All the relevant authority know this. And so within all of these disruption, constitution reform and blah. Look here, slow down. Make we talk about the statutory declaration that need to be certified now, man. Andrew Holness, at this we are talking about. We don't want to talk about nothing else. If we don't want to talk about nothing else, make we talk about this. People, make we talk about this. We, the Jamaican people, want to know, right, that your statutory declaration, you understand, can be certified. Because what it is saying to us is that all of what you have achieved, your salary cannot justify your assets. And so then, this is illicit enrichment. Where did you get the money from? Now, look now. Andrew Holness said he had gotten return on investment from SSL. All of us now know, the Integrity Commission now know, that SSL wasn't doing any investment. So then the question that I'm asking, how could Andrew Holness get return on his investment if SSL is not investing? SSL was stealing the client's money. They weren't investing.
Yes.
Andrew Holness to get return on his investment.
They were stealing the money to make sure he got the returns.
Exactly. So then tell me now and tell the people now, the people who want to know. Okay. Andrew Holness also stated that he get bank loans. Investigation carried out. There is no bank in Jamaica that can present a statement, a transaction report to say, okay, all right, these are the following transactions. And Andrew Holness is paying mortgage, whatever mortgage per month. None of that. No, did the people who want to get it through the head. Put out the green and put out the orange out on the head. And let us ask the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, you said that your house valued $51 million. Okay, all right, we're going to give you that, although you know you're all lied. Well, you have an evaluator that evaluated the house and said, based on his best estimate, this is what the evaluator said, you know, based on his best estimate, Andrew Holness' home at Beverly Hills valued at least people $200 million.
But the wall alone value 100 million.
Okay,
the wall alone.
Yeah, what's this now, Kamala? We look on the wall, and when we look, right, we see how wide a perimeter it is, fully curved stone, well polished, well cut. You understand? So this required, you understand, the particular skill in stone cutting. Andrew Holness said,
very, very expensive skill, I can tell you.
Andrew Holness said he was able to cushion some of that cost because he himself laid those stones.
Because
I want to know if him
would work at school. something like that would work. That's
Yeah.
Woodwork.
No,
Man,
but have you
yeah,
seen
yeah,
have you seen the stone cutter and how they cut those stones?
we know them cut stone because
It's
we
a
teach them
very,
work. So
very
in the
technical skill work. It's a skill
Extremely
craft work.
technical, and they charge you
Extremely
per
technical.
they charge
Yeah.
you per day, and it's some ridiculous sum of money per day. Me have land where have whole heap of them same stone there, and for you can't blast because them say you cannot blast anymore. Blasting is no longer legal. And to get those stones cut, you have to have specialized equipment where them change the like what them call the tractors looking something with the scoop. Wanna know what it name?
Backhoe.
The backhoe, but them take off the backhoe part and put on something where look like
Put on the
one
hydraulic,
oversized
jack.
hydraulic jack. And they
Yeah.
go in and then use the hydraulic jack and break it up. And then
Exactly.
after them break it up, the stone cutter now, I'm telling you from the process on my land, light it a fire and heat it up.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when them heat it up now, after a while, them start to manually now break it up. It is a very technical skill, and then to get it to it take a whole heap of skill and a whole heap of time to build that wall for so long, for so high.
I know the man thing around close to 500,000.
No.
Well, here right now, come, lad, let me know where I'm going.
Because let me tell you why. You have to look at the dimensions of that wall, how high it is. Have you ever driven past it?
No, I haven't driven past it.
Okay, all right. It is at least 30, probably about 25. Yeah, man, put up the picture. Because when you remember, so if you stay at the bottom of Beverly Hills, if you drive past the police commissioner office and you look up Beverly Hills, you see an Andrew Wall. When you go, because now normally I use Beverly Hills as a shortcut to avoid traffic when I am picking up my children from school. So you have to drive. You don't pass Shens, you don't drive on Shenstone Drive to take the you must know the Beverly Hills shortcut. We drop you upon Monroe Road. Right? When you're passing there, so they turn off to go up Montclair from Shens, and you see the intersection with Shens, so you can see the wall. Me have to pass that wall already, and that wall is at least 25 feet high.
Wow.
Or more. It could be as much as 30 feet high.
Yeah, man. From the outside,
you understand?
Yes.
Femilical work with me do because I could not afford to extend it. Me have to chain link the rest because it is so expensive. So you do part of the front to make it look decent, but you chain link the rest go round. For him own is a stone wall from right round. You understand? That is not $500,000 work. That is at least $5 million at least. Just for that work alone or more. You understand? That is not $500,000, not even the work. The person.
Sorry, Kamala. I mean 500 million, not thousand. Come on.
No, it's you say 500,000, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
I was wondering
because,
what kind of one column alone for that wall. One column alone for that wall is 5 million. Is a million.
Yeah, yes, 5. Yes, that's million.
Remember, you hire backhoe by the day. You remember you hire backhoe by the day.
Yes.
You understand? You hire backhoe by the day, and it's not no little chump change to hire backhoe for a day. You never clear land with backhoe and know it go. It's not chump change.
Yeah, we know the backhoe them very expensive.
Exactly. So, and then to transport all the material, how much yards of sand and stone is $40,000 a load to transport it. You understand? At least to go up Beverly Hills, it not costing you less than $40,000.
Could be
I'm telling
more
you the
too.
bottom. No, I'm telling you the bottom figure.
The bottom, okay.
Right? That is not one truckload at son. That is not 2. That is not 10. That is not 20.
The low figure, Camilla. The low figure.
That's the point I'm trying to make. If you build anything and you know the cost of construction, you know, and even if you're talking about 10, 15 years ago, what he's saying makes no damn sense.
Exactly.
None.
The greatest land on earth still.
What's this song? While we are talking about the development at Lee's flat, we have information coming out that is not the only project that Juliet Holness is doing.
No, them have one on Long Mountain too. Yeah. Where give the people them trouble. But them can't where cause holy pop this. Say no remember say K. Osborne lie down in the middle of the road up a Long Mountain to protest. You forget about that. That was Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness development too.
In the statutory declaration. Them not in the statutory declaration.
Well, go and look for it.
So we need to also, when we highlight Andrew, we need to highlight Juliet Holness in the
no, but remember, so when you are doing your statutory declarations and you are married, it's husband and wife. So if whatever one is the other, it affects them both.
That's them value. Them say them value. So you cannot be some 800 million. That's what we tell you. If you say you value 100 million, but that are too much money, you earn that already. You can't 800 million investment.
Well, you can imagine a man coming
unexplained wealth. What you call it again?
Unexplained wealth.
Unexplained wealth. He'll gotten gain.
Yes.
But you can but just look at it from a practical standpoint of view. A man coming to politics as a prime minister, salary 9 million per year, and that just recently upgraded the other day. But him have this vast amount of wealth. How did it happen?
Him richer than Mark Golding. The man richer than Mark Golding, who has a legitimate business.
Thank you.
While him
I'm trying to figure out what is Andrew Holness' business. I can't understand. What is his wife's business? But what is his business?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, if the wife...
Go
ahead, Arrow.
Yeah, I gotta run. I have a 5 o'clock rise in the morning.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so,
I mean...
It's always a pleasure. They hear me there with it and some of the time I buck out.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
And then when you see me, but some of the time I buck out, I have to draw down.
That was me last week, so I totally understand. That was me last week. The only reason why me stay up with this.
Jamaica Diaspora Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force, in association with the Global Jamaican Diaspora Council, presents on the 26th of July 2024 Jamaicans and Friends of Jamaica. Join us in conference as we speak against corruption, crime, poverty, failed healthcare, poor education, and injustice in Jamaica. This takes place on the 26th of July at 1320 Ellesmere Road, Ontario, Canada. This conference starts 3 till 10 p.m. Guest speakers on the day: Wayne Lonesome, Will Rattigan, Mystic Sensation, Herb Nelson Jr., Aromatic, Sister Maria, Jamaican Carlos, Dr. Rupert Francis, Jeffrey Tavares, and more. This is going to be a very important event for all Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica. Don't miss this event if you care about our country.
Right.
Jamaicans in the diaspora, we can make a difference.
People remember the right mango will be here too.
Blessed.
Yes.
I was about to ask, how comes me not see my name? How comes me not see my name?
You want, hey, actually the show not done yet, you know, Kamala, because I want to show when the show done. I'm going to start the show. But the show not done yet, people. I'm sure come last something. I just want to play something not done yet, you know. Just a couple more minutes. But remember, just play this.
Whoa.
Yes,
All right.
Watch me now. Who's it, Lord? Me need, listen, you know, say me need that, cause me need to put that on my platform, you know. Me need to put that on my platform. War. And pin it too.
blessing Arrow.
Heart
All
love
right.
family. Heart
Yes.
love.
All right,
Heart love.
Aromatic,
Yeah, man.
take
Yeah, man.
care.
Blessed love.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right, up.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yo, it look good, bien. A good look. It's a good look.
Yeah, man, me love that, love that, love that, love that, love that, love that.
Titans, you know. Titans. All right.
Serious thing.
But I would have played around here, you know, but I skip between and honest. No time like, you know.
And that is one of the reasons why we have to beat down the corruption, because regardless of everything what Andrew wants to do, is distraction. Just give them something else. Do make them focus on the statutory declaration, because we can't get it for certified. Jamaican people want to know.
But here this now, my brother. You see this as a prime minister though, we do morals and I talk about morals and I talk about Mark Mullen fee, you know, declare renounce resign, and then you have them from young Jamaican who are rape the girl, them just come out and put out foolishness. Somebody in Jamaican, I know when I listen to them now.
But that is why the sex offenders registry can't put out there.
That's why them can't put out. You know shit. You don't have nothing about, you know. It's a big load.
So right now we have to wait for Marky G to come reform the whole of Jamaica landscape of politics as it relates to accountability.
Yes.
Yeah. The constitution reform
administration.
Definitely a Marky
This current administration is Marky G have to do that, you know. So we have to just wait for the process, you know, to come in place. And
The first thing to ensure is that we ensure that Marky G becomes the next prime minister of Jamaica. That's the first
That's a
step.
sure shot. That's a sure shot, Kamla. You know, as a betting man, we can put my house on that.
Okay.
That's a sure shot.
Yeah, but 110% confident. You understand?
Amen.
The only thing I worry about, you understand, if me not get me landslide victory, you understand, me go vex. And when I talk about landslide victory, we want to see a landslide victory that has never seen before. We want to leave them with less than 5 seats.
Listen, we need to make sure they have. Thank you.
And less than 5 seats, we want to have.
We need them to have. See, wait, name Kingston. West Kingston. West Kingston, we want left them with.
Yeah.
And probably Central and probably St. Catherine Central with back.
Well, in a car long, there's a big yard, Kamla. Don't a big yard.
Them the people that can't transform. So
no.
Well,
so we know them have the one day.
Stupid.
Let me tell you something. There's no way we could have lived in a place. I'm a prime minister, come and kill out my people, them are kill for me, and kill who and kill me neighbor.
Amen.
You never get that from me one thing, you know. Remember, you know, I mean, the worst, Maddy, for them even, you know, think of, you know, I remember, I don't know nothing, you know. If you're nice, I'm one of the nicest person, but, you know, can have the heart of Mandela, you know, but you have a different kind of mind. So, you know, I couldn't sit down just and vote for them. This is the first time that the history of Jamaica.
No, but you assume that they have a choice. They don't have a choice. These people... man, they never did have. You have to remember that they never did have a choice, you know.
You see me, you know, me rather leave and move all this something, but me not about. You understand?
I remember the late Ian Boyne interview a lady from Tivoli Garden, you know, and she said she have to leave everything what she possess at Tivoli Garden, but she get out by what? Going to her daughter's school, pick up her daughter, and just go to a random person and ask for help. She couldn't move out by getting a removal truck and get her things out. She have to abandon everything what she have in order to get out of that community.
This is how Andrew Holness want to run Jamaica like Tivoli. Just imagine.
Thank you. Amen.
To show you that the Tivoli people are so suppressed. And guess what? the funniest thing, they themselves don't even know that they are suppressed. Because when you have a family of might be 5 or 6,
Exactly.
they use one kitchen. A family of 5 or 6, they use one lavatory, right? Convenient restroom, right? And you have 5 or 6 persons, they use that, right? And they are comfortable. They are comfortable, you know, in living a life like that because it just seems like they are so suppressed. And as what Kamala said, many of them, right, sort of under that sort of political suppression, you understand, as it relates to not having a free will. Because nobody down there can contact or are identified to be in Tivoli and vote PNP, you know. It can't, you know.
That is a death sentence.
A death sentence that.
Sure death sentence.
So then,
sure death sentence.
So then what they have in terms of definitely assuring that that seat is always theirs, right, is the sort of bullyism with the people and come under many people there, right? If they have the chance to have their free will, them live under that long time. But, you know, I mean, it's difficult because many of them, while some are able to, you know, move away from the situation, many, as it relates to the level of poverty that they are facing, they can't, they have nowhere else to go. And
but
so
a lot of these other MPs have created the exact same scenario in other seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they have
Daryl
taken
do
the
it.
model.
Daryl do it in West Portland. James do it in West St. Thomas.
Yes.
Chang do it in whichever seat in East Central, whatever the seat name.
Yeah, St. James.
A lot of even Mike Henry did it in Central Clarendon. A lot of them. A lot. Babsy. Well, Bruce Golden was the one who did it first in Central St. Catherine. Now Babsy take over and continue. So it's a situation where they have used all of these methods to suppress the people them.
So true.
You understand?
And these people you want to call honorable and all kind of things. That's what politics about.
Honorable thieves.
You can't say you love people and you look up your gunshot to find the place and the way you talk. You can't talk, man, come beat you.
I have one suggestion for Mark Golding when he take over as Prime Minister of Jamaica is to draft up a plan as to the redevelopment of West Kingston, the entire city, because we can't have a city looking like that. So I think
you want the people them Black Road and McNice and Bundong the country.
You might have to do it on a phase basis. No, the whole of Kingston have to change, you know. Fair City is the worst city in the entire world. And I'm not making any bones about that.
It definitely
and I mean it have the lovely sea coast.
It could have been it could have been one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if we're gonna be honest, we can't only blame the JLP for that because we have to speak the truth. You understand?
Yeah, well, we have to speak the truth because successive governments have neglected.
Governments have not
the
only
the development of Kingston as the capital.
Yeah.
You understand?
We have to talk the truth.
Yes, we want a resurgence in West Kingston as it relates to changing the outlook of our city.
Agreed.
You understand? 100%. A lot of these communities need to be, you know, revamped completely, build nice houses, build up some skyline. I mean, all our banking sector supposed to down there with some nice skyline building to complement the sea course. You understand? And I mean, when you do that, what you're eradicating most of these garrisons that fuel the gangs into other communities.
Brother, right now, we have to turn up, we have to put back civic in our school, drive back for education and do the right thing.
Portia Simpson-Miller had started this.
No
man, Portia Simpson-Miller had started this, you know. And remember, the JLP tear her down, cuss her off, how she wasted the money to build these houses and put in the people them and them can't pay for it. She never only did it in her constituency, she also did a lot of them in Western Kingston. She tried to remove, like, well, from PG days, they had the zinc fence removal project, and they tried to get rid of the big garrisons. They built a lot of buildings and beautify the place. If you go in certain areas now, you see these communities and the labor, right? Them discontinue it. Why? Because they said that the people them not going to take care of them, the people them going mash it up, them can't afford them. If you go down there today, the places are still well maintained. Right? And it gives the whole a 2 mile. If you go 2 mile, the whole a 2 mile.
Yeah,
get that
right, that's right.
space.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, I mean,
Because you have Oak Glade, right?
Caribbean Palms.
Caribbean Palms.
Even the one where them call Ratbat. Them have one where them call Ratbat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one side of
The other side of the road. Out of Painland, right there, so?
Yeah.
And you remember she was building one by back to, and then when them take over, them shut that down, so that one was never completed up to this day.
But yeah, what me have to come now, when them to start, you know, because they for all them.
It's back to the place name, right out of 3 miles there, so?
Majestic Garden.
Majestic, yeah. What's the other name them call it?
Them same back to.
Back to, that is it. Just want to make sure I call it the right name.
The right name, back to.
All right.
Majestic Garden.
That's right.
But and the one side of the depot, they leak down Danny.
Caribbean,
Danny shop.
Right.
Remember Danny tire shop where they right there, so.
Right.
Yeah, man. Bigger James. James.
Yes.
I remember you have a tile factory out there too, you know.
Yeah, man.
That is it. And so they discontinued the ones that were not yet complete. And basically mash up that and never continue it. And then the next thing you hear is that them using NHT now to build house for rich people.
Exactly.
Them using NHT to start projects with them cronies and them friends, and then the friends back out of the NHT arrangement, and then you hear so there is non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, Dexim Kamala, Dexim.
That's right. That is same
But
way.
NHT wasn't created and designed for rich people, you know.
No, it
for
wasn't.
the poor.
Yes, but Andrew Holness turned it into a rich people entity because
that's
people
why
don't benefit.
That's why we have to make.
But I will tell you this. He has made it more difficult for poor people to access NHT by routing. No, you cannot go directly to NHT for a loan again. You have to go through the bank. And remember, you know, the ordinary Jamaican could qualify for an NHT loan because you were not required to jump through the hoops that the commercial banks wanted you to jump through. But no, Andrew Holness has ensured that you have to go to the bank. And you can't go into NHT and apply for a loan again. You have to do it through the bank, and the bank. No, NHT is not an on-lender, similar to DBJ, where you access the DBJ loans through the bank. You know, access your NHT loans through the bank. So you therefore have to qualify for the bank loan in order to get NHT. How many Jamaicans can qualify for a bank loan? A commercial bank loan in Jamaica. No civil servant cannot qualify for a bank loan in Jamaica. You hear me?
Well, this is why when we are here and trying to open the eyes of the Jamaican people to let them understand that Andrew Holness is not in favor of them.
But
a lot of people try to come and a lot of them try to come and ridicule what we are saying.
No, man, those are the die-hearted idiots.
Yes, but we could drive home the point a
lot. Lie.
We could drive home
the
point.
You see what we're not doing? We're not So who are ridicule? Me never even talk about them, brother, because them are germs. You just
we know that.
You just go through. No, me never waste a second.
We know we're not really a waste of time.
We just hold this and knock him away because him not good. But when I not waste my time and sick. I want me to sit there, I flush them, you know.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, me know you flush
Flush them
them.
like them in a toilet.
Yes. So me know, you see me as a brother, we don't want to see them. Because when you hear that, them I say, oh, him see we. So them come back with them, you flush them, brother.
Flush them.
Yeah, quick and fast. Me know you flush them. Because I want thing with the chat group, The chat group highlight them as them come on.
That's why
Yeah.
we don't see them. So we just find them more, them are germs, them just keep up far, ketosis for them and who are mosquito spray and road spray and them thing.
Yeah.
And who are shit, we flush
Yeah.
them. So we not play with them. So we not
But
see
we could
them.
drive on the-
Hold the government accountable.
Yeah, we could drive on the point here. Wayne. Watch this.
Yeah.
The extremely wickedness and cruelty of the Andrew Holness-led government is when you look on the NHT and you take out a bulk of NHT money and you go dump it in a SSL. You go back again, you take out NIS money and you dump it in a SSL. You go back and take out egg tax and dump it in a SSL. And guess what?
Who started SSL again? Want to remind me?
Huh?
Paul Chin Young.
Paul Chin
Okay.
Young.
Paul Chin
What is
Young.
Paul Chin Young known for? What was he famous for?
Same thing. Same thing where oligarch go on with.
Finsac?
Yes,
What part did Paul Chin Young play in Finsac?
Then he mess up the whole thing, man, and secure.
Okay, so
Paul Chin Young.
But listen now, Mango. You remember say the oligarch, will come with the SSL because that's why I say him have it for 50 years. Imam Paul Chin Young was item. Nobody watch how him live. Them was item. Remember me the side of them was item. Okay.
Talk to me, Dave. Me not understand. Me lost. What kind of item?
Okay, them are item. You don't know if I saltfish and aki are, but them are
item.
No, but you see, me never hear the first part. Which oligarch? Okay. You know, I have to spell it out to spell it out. Code it up.
All right, man. Yes. So you see, when him do now, you remember they transfer some house to the oligarch, It's the oligarch, and they get charged yet,
Yes.
I know Bailey because him call Bailey every minute him talk about him and call Bailey. Bailey no even call him name, And control the crime portfolio, me tell you, say that guy corrupted bad. Him or him son and nobody get charged. Police not chat to them.
I remember that.
Face and I come tell people about resign or renounce and one bag of foolishness. When them are the big criminality in the place, them for go away.
Yeah.
Them to go to prison.
No. We have to make sure no Bailey face some, real charge for the corruption we have go on with that top police man in Jamaica.
Watch a lie.
Him need file 13. Yeah. No, but him say him retiring next year, didn't he? So him say him retiring. Him joining the retirees. So him say, that's why I never took him. Wasn't being considered for the position, the top job, because his retirement is next year.
Would that fix Bailey? Okay.
Well, let's just see now. Because a lot of them like to come out and, state the obvious, but it never occurs. Them get, you know it right, Mango.
Yes,
you know it.
I know it.
Because what am I doing, when them I say that, alone some him want ease off, because alone some I beat him, One alone some alone I beat him.
I was about
me I beat him. Mystic I beat him. Arrow I beat him. Ripe Mango I beat him. You understand? So it's a deflection him come with.
Mr. This too shall pass.
Because we know say right now.
A lot of people don't know. That's why these people were making accusations against me. I had a conversation with this gentleman, and I said to him, because when I spoke to such and such who were involved in the case, they told me that their hands are tied and they cannot come out and make a public statement to say that, listen, although disrupting our investigation, the people who are calling up them name not involved X, Y, and Z, because they got orders not to. So when we decide now to track down such and such and make call to such and find out such and such, I was told that this too shall pass. Because I was like, listen, this doesn't make any sense. I'm a medical professional. I have a license. right? That I have
Yeah.
to renew every year. And you can have people all around dragging my name, and you don't do anything, and you have no interest in me, because I have asked you time and time, because Big Mama came on the radio and implicated me on national radio. Thank God my patient and my staff and everybody around me when know me have sense. I'm gonna deal with idiots. You understand? And
Yeah.
when I spoke to that said one, his exact words to me were, "This too shall pass."
That's
I
why.
said, I said, okay, thank you. So you know what that means? Him don't intend to help me,
Yeah.
because
Hold
it does
on.
not suit
Because he wanted to
their
drag your name and push you
narrative.
down. Because he want to
That
be a
is the
politician,
point
that is
I'm
the
trying
theory.
to make, because they need to call my name to deflect. Because every
From
day I
the
come, you
reality.
see, let me ask you this now. You heard Cliff Hughes with Rhoda. Did you hear Cliff Hughes' monologue after he spoke to Rhoda?
No, I didn't hear it.
No.
Okay, I'm going to play that monologue for you, because I have it right here. I want you to listen to this carefully now.
Mm.
Big Mama's monologues. That's what we're going to call it. Let me just open my phone, and
Yes.
I'm going to play Big Mama's monologues for you. Let us find it right here. Here we go.
I've done thousands of interviews on radio and on television. And the one I just had with Rhoda Moy Crawford has been unprecedented. I was never prepared for this. I never expected this. Miss Crawford, without any prompting, much less a question, without any prompting from me, just opened up and bared her soul. Obviously, she's been a young woman, a young parliamentarian, first term parliamentarian, who has been the subject of so many vile rumors about she and the Prime Minister. And clearly, she had it bottled up in her, and she just let it fly this morning. I must tell you, listeners, there were moments in that interview when, if you've been listening from the very start, we're talking about a problem of drainage on Ward Avenue in Mandeville in our constituency. And I don't know how she got there, but she got there. And I didn't know how to respond. For the first time in a long time, I was at a loss as to, should I go through the door that she had just kicked open?
Kick it right open.
And if you notice, I spent most of the interview just listening, because frankly, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't expect this, and I didn't know how to respond. I just didn't know how to respond until I realized that she just wanted to get it off her chest. And then we learned it has affected her relationship, certainly how she perceives, how she's been treated by some of her political and parliamentary colleagues. She says it's not only hurting her, but she's is also the view that as a result of these rumors, her relationship with the wife of the Prime Minister is cold. People don't know how to relate to her in the presence of Mrs. Holness. And this is just. But it also reveals the pressure that we put so many of our public officials, public personalities, politicians under, especially in an age of social media where everybody has a microphone, a platform, and can anonymously say anything they want about people, knowing that they stand a very good chance of not being held accountable for what they say about people.
Okay. Did you hear Cliff's monologue?
That is the same piece of shit.
Yes.
When something
Okay.
for you, what try destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
And this piece of shit now, I thought about never hear about just saying anything you don't go. You know what
Okay. No,
But
but
if-
even but not me could not even reach little old me. Let us not even get to little
Hold
old
on,
me.
hold on. Let me just drop
Look.
one little in. Just one little in. Why am I have to use the word unprecedented in all him
I don't
journalistic?
know, but what I want to ask,
Yes. Yes.
what did he do to Dayton Campbell, to Dr. Dayton Campbell, based on unfounded allegations when he dragged Dr. Campbell's name through the mud? What has he done to Michael Phillips? What has he done to Dr. Alfred Dawes? What has he done to everybody who went to pay condolences on the passing of Melissa Silvera?
Yes.
Yeah.
What has he done to me?
Dawes never ever got there.
No, Dawes was there, but on more than one occasion, Dayton wasn't there. But on more than one occasion.
Dayton wasn't there. Dayton wasn't
Yes. On more than one occasion. No, but guess what? Remember, that he came out first and talked that his Dayton was performing whatever, and then Dawes was the one who performed whatever. When nothing could be further from the truth. Now, remember, so this man came on national radio and said that the police were looking for a popular PNP blogger. He never called. He was very careful not to call my name, But he implied that it was me, and people start called on my phone.
Yes,
right? So, right.
I barely, I tell him these things,
No, but how could Bailey tell him these things? Let me ask you this. I want to ask you this.
Hear this.
Bailey is in charge of crime.
Yes.
All the investigators in MID report to Bailey, don't it? Now, if those police officers knew that they wanted me, why is it when I turn up there, because I did go, they said that I was not a person of interest?
That me I tell you, because they want me here now. Me here personally said themselves to keep this to the media because the opposition leader I go there, so them say yes. Remember,
Okay, there you go. So they knew, not because guess what? They never expected me to react the way that I did. They did not expect me to just go there and say, I hear you don't want me, what you don't want me for? And then they were like, we don't want you. Who are you? What is this? I confused the police then. Yes, because guess what? They wanted to just use my name out there. That's why they got orders. That's why they got them get gag order. I was told that they had a gag order.
Of course, the police.
They had a gag order.
Listen,
they had a gag order.
Sister, hear this.
To keep the rumors out there spreading.
Of course. And
I have seen in other. Listen, when the little girl throat get slashed out near the hospital, right? And she passed on, and she went to Children's. Remember that little girl?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And they put out a sketch out of the supposed perpetrator. There was a girl that everybody put up her picture, says she. Remember that girl? And she was happened to be pregnant at the time. And the police came out and said, this lady is not involved. She's not a person of interest, whatever,
Yes.
whatever. The police came out and did that.
Mhm.
They did not afford me the same privilege.
Good.
They did not afford me the same privilege.
You know why? Because them playing politics, ma'am.
But I know that you don't have to tell. You know, hear what me tell you. You know, hear what me tell you. What the man tell me. The man said, "This too shall pass."
Because the same stay, but what him not understand? Him have member him alone in him office or there anyway. Me decide him, you know. Him can't push me out from side him, you know. I move
Rock of
everything when
ages
do,
left for me.
Here I tell you, Bailey can't move me from side him, you know.
Da-da-dee-dee.
Him a do this and him a do that. Everybody, and then when him talk to him think me not talk to them too. Me decide me know him plan them. He's not the police. My politician him go look for Thunder Bailey. And him know what Thunder Bailey when him a export him thing there. No, brother. Him know what Thunder Bailey. I'm still go around Thunder Bailey.
I thought they were Christians, and I thought they were men of cloth. I thought these people were men of cloth.
They only proclaim to be. They only proclaim to be, but they are not. I mean, it's plain black and white. Plain black and white. Every week we see it.
Yeah.
It appears all over on every billboard. He's a corrupted element to the JCF.
You know.
And in so doing, he has also bring the JCF into disrepute, where the citizens of the country cannot trust the JCF and have any moral thinking about the JCF. Because when the head is corrupted, you know, you're going to have people from all walks of life stop putting their trust and their faith in the police.
Yes,
Well,
brother.
Yeah, the way we see it, for me, you know, I don't believe that Bailey in charge of crime. I personally think that crime in charge of Bailey.
Well, there you go. There you go, Mystic.
To be honest.
Point well taken.
Yeah, because the reason why we say that, when you have a dead man that rolled over into a car and the dead man got up out of the car and hung himself.
Yes.
Then, obviously, it has to be crime that in charge of Bailey.
Yeah.
Here you have
that Patrick is a valid Bailey. Point.
Exactly. Where you have Patrick Bailey, right? Where there is no forced entry, right? And you have a man died in Patrick Bailey's house, right? Receive what, 22 knife wounds?
Yes.
And gunshot wounds?
3 more knife, you know.
Okay.
And no one. Think of the decibel. Them can't go look it up in a car. We tell them the decibel and plus the echo outside all loud. You know, just have to wake up.
I know the gun that the knife, you understand, I mean, belongs to Bailey. Bailey won the knife. The gun, right? No one can find the gun. Tell me.
That's why it take 5 weeks to find bullets in a woman's body. 5 weeks.
But I said something to you with that again. But listen again, the winner talk to you.
Crazy.
So I talk to the baby mother, she sleeping there the night before. I remember that you saying, no, she thinks she's dead. The youth are 8 now. That's why him have a youth drowning there. Just like 2 years before them kill him over there. Me talk to him family member, different family, like him baby mother, them and what have you. Me talk to him friend, them, me know say Patrick, the money laundering in a Jamaica, buy place to these things. Me not, you know, me not say, but me know. Come here through him house and listen.
Wasn't he disbarred? Wasn't
he disbarred?
Yeah.
You know, so the man, him have the man things, and the man did want the house same thing because he use up the man money. Yeah, me talk to the man them. Me know say him did have the quad bike, the bike, them and the jet ski and the Benz. The two them in the news. Me talk about them. If you look on the newspaper, you see them. Him give the baby mother some things out there. Yeah, some them get them. Listen, we know the whole of this, and I know fix something. And next thing, the court we know say the big boy, we know which big boy involved and we wait for him now. And we know which politician involved too. You remember him from 2 years now? September make 2 years. Last year around March, he come and say we just assign paper. That was getting This guy barely him for prison, you know. You barely, you forgot prison.
I mean,
no. You are no man to the clot. You're corruption, brother. You're no police. I'm not telling you retire. We have to make sure them pick you up. You have to face your heart. This is what I'm to make on the face on a judgment.
Wicked man.
But if you go rat in a prison,
yeah, man.
You don't aid them getting criminality. You don't do that. Listen now. Let me tell you the next thing with Bailey, you know. Parchment talk to him. And as Parchment talk to him, Parchment they are foreign and thing. Remember, me talk to people, you know. And you know what him do? As Parchment talk to him, them could have sent Parchment. In someone, you know, farmer, MP, PMP, MP. The man come down, tell him when he might come down and tell him, so, okay, he might come there to come talk to them. Ooh, and interrogated right away. Him talk to that. And as he talk to that, Big Mama.
I was about to say that to you. What about Dr. Dawes?
Him say everything. Him talk to other man, but me know. And I see
he seems to have verbal diarrhea. No, but I want to ask you something, Wayne.
Yes.
I want to ask you this now. How did Big Mama know about the quote unquote bombing of Gordon House?
I don't know. Right. Matter of fact, him said, I them do it, you know.
No, you don't have to tell me
that. Not a bombing and that is not a
we know that.
cocktail. Even when them write a foolishness. That's a plastic battle.
That was another play gone mad.
Yes. Tufton mash them up, man. Tufton and Valiant to the rescue.
Yeah, but this Tufton lie to you know, because Tufton, let me ask you a good question though. Anybody, you notice you crash. When your bodyguard them, remember just talk to them. When your bodyguard them, they fear by bicycle. And why in them time and age, you know, I show the car which part of the car. If the car they are flying at the windshield, you know. If a car come from back when the car zoom.
Especially if the driver is drunk.
So
especially if the driver is drunk.
Remember, you know, if you take him off so, and if him bounce, you drop and tip up. Now you look thing like boys up on your forehead. But let me ask you something. You and your woman did a war and see, you lift up your left hand because she was right and block the wrist, and then licking in your chain. Go ask some of your friends them if when me ask you answer me and tell me what because you never have no dirt pan you nothing, you know. But just look on your injured look. Yeah? Stop trick people, man. Wanna stop trick people. You raise your hand against
run that by me again. I couldn't hear you properly. I was mixing my tea.
Yes, let me ask him again. Because them use right hand. So when somebody face you, if you use right hand, which hand them are put up? When you lick hand,
the left.
You use right hand, which one
okay.
so
the left hand.
Put up the left.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can feel them right hand up more to your left side. Remember, right you're like right and to feed somebody with face your left. So if they go knock you, which one go?
The left.
Yes. So if you get it knock and it cook up. Yeah, and you get a conk and knock on your foot. What happen? If you go and go eat or something and then eat your back. But let me tell you this. Can you imagine you have a Ministry of Health, a ride road with no protection, nobody around him and nothing at all. He just a ride and then somebody see if I'm back and lick it. That means that is attempted murder that man. And them just see a bicycle just ride out.
No, but the worst part is that the worst part about it is the perpetrator was taking selfies with the victim.
Yeah, but when me ask you know, sister, where the picture there, if you can go take selfie there, so why you never take a selfie with the car bent up?
Is the first no, but is the first. I've been looking for the video. No, but guess what? I've been looking for the videos of the incident to emerge because this is Jamaica and everything catch video.
Everything. Look around for
so I I am now imagine something as big and calamitous as the minister being hit off his bicycle
Yes.
and nobody caught it on camera.
And them have phone too, you know. I remember I'm
That-
not put up things because put it up on the platform when him catch things lie down the bed. By the way,
Yes,
him bypass everybody else, so sit up and chair when I drop off on a dead.
Thank you. Amen.
Yes. These are the things that people forgot first. See? We just ask him the question, we want him to answer the question. Them to stop take people for that round here, you know. You understand? We're not playing with them. We are not.
But you know, going back to the Patrick Bailey saga.
Yeah.
Mystic, I want you to tell me something. Wayne and Kamala. If you employ a man, right, you have to be paying him, don't?
Yes.
Oh,
So you
yes.
have personal details about the person.
Yeah.
Then when Junior did him house, him have Junior as a gardener.
And him name Gully.
And him name Gully. Yes.
Not him name, but just Gully.
Gully.
Come out and chat. Then them put a name
So
to it.
so me want ask
And them other man.
fix it Bailey
Yes.
as a policeman and a man give you a wrong report and a sensitive incident like murder. Or you rule him out as suspect.
But hold on there, Lyle. What you need to tell the people that Fitz Bailey, right? No, Patrick Bailey, right, would have something that we call in law as modus operandi. And let me explain that. Prior to that incident where Jermaine died, people have to remember that Patrick Bailey had a case with a lady where he took the lady money and tricked the lady out of her land. Now
That's why he was disbarred.
Yes,
right.
That was the reason why he was disbarred. Looking at people. Now, it is a similar pattern after a couple of years that happened to Jermaine. It's the same issue, you know. Where you understand the man send money, you understand, to deal with certain things, and he took it and tried to trick. You understand the same behavior. All right. Before the one that he got disbarred for, he had a previous case prior to that, you know.
Of course.
So when you look, the man have a history and look, why are we not asking that as a result of his plain criminality, who associated with him? Andrew Holness.
The Prime Minister.
Who built the 6 accounts? Who built the 10 accounts?
Patrick Bailey.
Okay.
As what Lonesome said. Because it is Patrick Bailey who created, you understand, shell companies for Andrew Holness.
Yes.
I thank you.
Right? So then people have to understand where this comes from. Exactly.
No, but let me ask you this. I have a question.
Yes.
Why is the international media not involved in all of this? This is what I keep asking.
No, we are going to get them involved. Come here, go. Look what me are doing, because
that's a very good question.
Serious, man, you know, me not take talk, you know. Yeah, man, I went to.
Me confused because other world leaders who do these things,
yes,
are exposed. So what is wrong with Jamaica? Why is it that?
Ma'am,
me confused.
Come now. You see, that's why when we are doing things, them not want you do it. I say, oh, them a mash up brand. Jamaica as a country. The brand Jamaica like the music and uno must stop already and put it under where uno want to put it. And we have brand Jamaica like the music, like we call certain little things we call brand Jamaica, but mash up brand Jamaica. We not talk about music, we talk about criminal politicians. Yeah? Yes, man, we are mash up brand Jamaica. But yes, still on people drop off a chair when they're dead. No medication and nothing, they never bed. Yes,
how do we engage the foreign press to shine? Imagine there is a travel advisory by the US on Jamaica. How is it that we are not hearing about this in the foreign press?
We are put it in the door. We now put it. Well, the other day when we are beat them, Kamala, and the hospital thing, them come and say, them done this and that, and we do the most hospital. And when America come down and say travel 3 advisory, level 3, the money last year, if you go check it, the tourism thing dropped out. Instead of them get 2.8 billion, them get 1.7 billion over tourism last year.
I remember that, but I'm asking, why is it that the foreign press have not come to Jamaica to go to these institutions, these hospitals, and expose it?
Well,
that's what I want to know.
I go and try and answer that for you, Kamala.
Yeah.
As it relates to our early years of politics and Edward Seaga and the Manley affairs, America is always in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party.
No, them different, two different parties though. You say it's another, and everybody agree with them, Cause I remember some people out there
but you have to still tie the capitalistic side to it.
Yeah, but America
you understand? So sometime, some old relationship. Well, I can just finish up a little bit or something. This is just my narrative as to how I am perceiving things.
I see what's going on there, and we have beat them, and with Reagan, because everybody have a different administration. You have Trump who just say shit whole country, and you have some other man with different. You understand? So we have to take for that, because you have people, remember, and everybody think like Jamaican, and think like Labour right them and Labour Party and them thing them. You have some people with some different art and them thing, they're not true. One time, look America, you ever see a president get
impeached?
But you ever see a president get sentenced yet? Find guilty. They might sentence him soon, but find guilty, 34 count. You never see it yet, but it up. So, we have to give and take, like what we say. So, you understand? That's so when they do them look a cool thing. Even Barack Obama come and ease up the thing from Cuba. And then Donald Trump come and push it back. So we have different presidents, and we know, and the people, it's different. Because you have the administration with them look at nastiness, you have somewhere different. So we know, we talk on an international level where we are at. See? So
Jamaica don't matter enough.
Yeah?
Is one president experiment on Jamaica, and that was Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, that's true.
Mm-hmm. The Jamaican experiment.
For me, I think that the point that Lloyd wanted to carry across in terms of responding to Kamala's question, because Kamala's question is why, right, the international media have not been attracted to the sort of mess that is going on. So I think what Lloyd was saying,
look how them pay attention to Haiti. No matter what. No, but even before Haiti was out of hand, before even the president was assassinated, all of that, they have always shunned the spotlight on Haiti. Why is it that they don't shine the spotlight on Jamaica too? That may I ask?
Well,
Mystic, finish your point because I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
Finish the point, Mystic.
Yeah. So we're Lloyd, go to talk about capitalism and the history of capitalism in support of the Jamaica Labour Party, right? Going against democratic socialism in terms of crushing, where Seaga, assisted by the CIA, right, and crushed democratic socialism, right? So what that being said is that where you have, and I think this is where Lloyd is going, where you have a Jamaica Labour Party government, which is a capitalistic government, right? The powers that be, right, as it relates to where Mark Golding is going, because remember that the main focus of the United States was to stop democratic socialism. Remember that.
All right. So Biden though, and the party we're in power now, them no more. All right, they're a party in a power more. Reagan and Reagan didn't know they're a party anytime them in a power.
Yeah.
Like the other one, you get more pressure that way. The party are more lenient on people worldwide and anything. The party.
Yeah. But
So,
remember,
You sure about that?
Hold on.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Remember, say America don't deal with democratic socialism. You know?
None at all. No matter which party in power.
Another
America doesn't
socialism
deal with democratic
because
socialism.
yeah, so another socialism
It is democratic socialism first exercised and executed in Jamaica.
Remember,
Right.
say, Wayne, you have to remember that when the CIA was trying to assassinate Manley,
Exactly.
Jimmy Carter was the president and he was a Democrat.
Yeah, we know that. But
Right.
you know that for long, you know. You know that for long, you know. For the Democrats
Yeah.
are more thing that were more them not coming like
America, US only have interests, not allies.
Let's put the point away in terms of just sealing up with what Lyd was saying. So I think Lyd was saying that whenever it comes to a capitalistic government like Andrew Holness, who is a dead capitalist, right? They are not going to do anything in efforts, you understand, to destroy or carry down capitalism. Now, Kamala make a reference as it relates to Haiti, right? Remember what Haiti is seeking, you know. Haiti is seeking, you understand, the sort of governance, you understand, that would associate it with democratic socialism. And
I have a different theory.
No, but
here is my theory.
Let me talk. I'm gonna tell you something.
America is interested in people who are puppets to them. They like puppet government, and the GLP has always been a puppet government.
In a puppet government.
It's a puppet. That is simple. That is just call it as it is. It's a puppet thing.
Kamala, really, you know, but as I said, this administration, them take a vast thing, them and them thing, and then point out some things. And I like them, I run it down because the country, you know, the term I like over this.
Yeah.
But you understand? And people that really get assassinated in Jamaica. But a lot of things them do. That's why you notice crab no trouble. And they might not attack. And yes, till them come and put a ban tree where them can't move on now. And you can't get them to move it. Yeah, them tell people, "Uno go." No, we're gonna tell them, say, listen me, don't go there. And them stop them people from go there. So it's not good for Andrew either because right now them lose a lot of money. I'm here, by the way, Bush Watson, he vex about it. Because
him lose it.
Them lose money bad. So them a draw them. This is like an embargo drop on your country. You see what the dollar there? So now like them a deal with them that way there, you know. But where America start taking first time them used to get rid of your government and get rid of this thing. And when them start, when you come out of power now, them come hang up on you.
Yes.
Them same man that them start to know. So them not like back in the days when them start to all right. It's like them want to do this and them say push up government go want it. Because what them will give 23 years and top enough for them. You know so America watch them.
Of course.
Them in the power, them want them. But them now go just come and say boom bam bam so. Them want them. Them will not deal with them so. Trap can't fly. Birds now have no visa. When them put a thing for them visa embarrassing. We look them have them WikiLeaks, them have things from them. It's not like the Cold War, brother. You understand what I say now, Mystic? It's not like the Cold War. But them have things from them. But what me notice, you have a government in Central America. Them not say nothing to them. Them did that from 2002. When them come out the other day, as in come out and lose, them just grab him. Them have gone to prison to you know.
Yeah.
Look at of course. So me I watch them pattern how them deal with people now.
Yeah.
Instead of first time them that just come and go and aggressive, them like them I say, well on man, we have this pandemic. And then by the way, you remember I look so far ago with the Chinese them down there, you know.
Yeah.
Now here Tapia come out, boy him Tapia, him come and say, listen, the building, you know, we're not going there, it bug, you know, don't use Huawei.
Yeah.
Because it bug. So me see the whole of this but an international level. So that's why I leave it alone when I deal with this, me just deal with that down there. So.
Yeah.
I see them angle them shabby, you know, but them now come up there. So them can't travel. And then have a nice go through and nothing back up with them. You know, see the thing I come along there.
Yeah.
But they not get no strength, they not get nothing.
Yeah. But
you understand?
I still think them there are certain countries in this world that they use a reverse psychology on Jamaican people in regards to holding criminal in our country accountable. They would rather see we destroy ourselves before them intervene.
That them do
Because I've seen where they have moved with more intense purpose
Yes.
and go places and, you know, get leaders that are involved in corruption and brought them to the books. But with Jamaica, Jamaica is a country that a lot of countries out there want to get hold of. But how you can't get hold of Jamaica, you have to make Jamaican destroy themselves.
Yeah.
And then now, you know, put yourself forward as the rescuer to rescue it. So,
no, that happened with Haiti. That's what happened with Haiti.
That's why it's good when we come together now on platform like these and I fight the struggle.
Yeah.
You understand? And I export it on a wider international base where I just say good morning, go right around the world.
First life of edify our people then.
Yeah.
So you have to know where you have vote for. No guy come with them clocks and wipe it out because you have to have your own destiny. You can't just out there and then a man come and just wow, you have to draw and go for them and deal with what you deal with right now. That's why you may call your name and tell me, who don't listen to them, it can't work again. And that's why your big mama say, well, everybody mama in front of them, no one them can understand that because him could have tricked the people. You understand for me? Because them have done, so that's why them take out civics in. We and them can't hold them argument and
talk it truth. Talk it truth. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
Are the same thing Lyda saying or what Lyda saying? Listen one.
Our people them are talking now.
Watch this. Watch this. What's the thing here?
Yes.
If remember, you know, let me just it's something. When in terms of abolition of slavery, right? Remember that Jamaica has not fought for freedom, you know, for slavery.
No.
Look at the history. Haiti does, right?
Yes.
And as a result of that, right, France have up Haiti. For that,
right.
France believes
bad. So Haiti is an example.
But brother, well, before you finish that, but let me tell you something still. Come here on a wider level. Yeah. Remember, we have other countries in the Caribbean same way, you know. But them bet like Barbados and you know the other. But let me tell you something. Jamaican, you know, them deep down in some politics where they make them. Let me tell you, you know, go Barbados with that and go some other place with that thing. You see, we were killing ourselves and then I go on like we eat that like how Andrew do so much thing and then you have some people like them diatic. That's the stuff. You have to get patriotic and you have to talk to the people then because them listen, you know. Them listen, brother. So he wants some people for fool when them can buy vote and all kind of things where you're not supposed to go on. And you can't feed a man and then you get him vote. And then every 5 years you do it. We have to block that chain. We not depend on nobody to do it, you know.
No, we're the right to start. We're the right to start. I mobilize the machine, man, for that purpose. But I look on.
Call it a night. You hearing me?
Yes. All right, Kamala.
Have exams. So
have a blessed night. Yes.
Thank you. All right. Take care.
Have a blessed time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You see, one of the things when we look on in alone, some are mystic.
Yes.
I remember, you know, our first introduction to guns and ammunition was supplied by the Americans.
Yes, and you're right.
And Jamaica, of all the Caribbean countries, Jamaica is their prime asset because it has so much in resource that they want the backside, the coffee, the mineral, the beaches. They want it.
Yes.
Me, I tell you, so them want it. And they are allowing Jamaican to have internal conflict such as like a civil war broke out in Jamaica where we destroy ourselves. Then them come as we savior and take a place.
But brother, right, let me say it again.
Yeah.
Look on the world. We have more than 200,000 Chinese coming in. And America watch them. I can't play the tape them America watching because if I want to block out now, me tell the sex so far going in. Because I know international level at things.
Yeah.
So far going on and about no backside. Because Jamaica thing going down and about no disrespect. But let me tell you this, because them buy them get it cheap. Remember your money devalue, you know. So when your money devalue, them get it cheaper. Them used to get some, all right. If you used to have when the dollar was 1 for 1, you have 10,000 US, and me have 10,000 Jamaica. Right? Well,
The value is the same.
No, we got 150 at for 1. How much your 10,000 value?
Nothing.
No, US you have. You have $1.8 million.
Okay, US, yes.
You have 10,000 Jamaican now. Wait,
Jamaican. Okay, yeah.
Much it don't even value 100 US. So
no.
if you don't sell backside for this, it go down. So when your money devalue, they don't have to touch it, them can get things cheaper, brother man. So you understand me, Asapa?
Yeah, me understand from that point of view.
Them have ways to get your things. So you have to work hard and now to gain what you want. If you buy a plane ticket, when it was 1 for 1 and plane ticket for $500, a 500 Jamaican,
a 500
like Bahamas. $1, you know. Cayman.
Yeah, but you remember in the 80s what did happen to Guyana?
Yeah, Guyana get rich now.
All right.
Guyana final, them get rich.
So because exactly.
See, they said them want to take back part of them out.
Venezuela.
You know international
yeah.
man. But I deal with them who want to edify with people them. So me no leave from that. Me stay with my people them and we have to edify them. So when them go to vote, them go to vote and do the right thing. And hold government accountable. Because by right, you know, as a serving country, you're supposed to depend on the people them and don't make politicians treat them. And we start from top. Me never say a big boy go appreciate. I'm gonna change from that. So I'm gonna lose half of my focus. Because in our lifetime, we can't there until we pass and not even one of them put them foot through in a jail. No care them break laws.
And serve a proper prison sentence.
You know that me depend, brother man. That me depend.
Real proper.
Yeah, man. Anyway, brother.
You know?
Make we close up now.
All right.
Yeah, man, make we close up now.
All right, sir.
People.
Yeah, man.
We're there. What, you know? We are.
Bless.
All right.
Yeah, man.
People, we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah,